and that's about all I can think of.
By the way, Adrian is completely nude beneath his arm. Because I forgot that you had to add Explorer's outfit for free.
It's free. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot about
I'm pretty sure it's free and it doesn't weigh anything.
it. Yeah.
It weighs 8 pounds.
Not the one you get when you start the game.
Yeah, it's
Animara is a. Oh,
it's 8
Yeah.
pounds. It's the only Explorer's outfit in the 4 rules.
I don't know.
You
I've
can
never
get
had
the-
anyone write down the weight for their clothing unless it has some kind of mechanical benefit.
Oh, I just picked one up from the items list,
Me too.
and it automatically had 8 pounds listed on it.
I thought there was like a clause somewhere. I might be mistaken that said your starting equipment doesn't have, or your starting clothing you ignore the weight on. That might have been a house rule or something. Never mind.
Well, for me, when it came to picking out outfits, my class description said that I'm allowed to pick up one worth 10 gold.
That's how it is for literally
all
everyone.
characters.
It is literally everyone. Okay. I
All
wasn't sure if I
characters
was-
begin play with an outfit valued at 10 gold or less.
Yeah.
all right. Sitting next to Dalen and Aradel, you see a slight human female. She's got small, like pin glasses, and she is covered in soot. There's burns in her hair and just scarring on her hands, and just grime and just goo and that stuff. She's covered. She's got little extracts inside vials all over her, like upper chest, to like so she can get it and help out and that stuff. And it looks like she has a bandolier of some sort, but it's pretty empty. And on her back is a kind of like a big scoop that you'll find out about later. And that's
Okay.
Animara.
I think Aradel was described to me when I got in. So thank
Yeah.
you. Although it will take me some time to associate people with the characters.
Oh yeah, no, I expect that with everyone.
Don't mind
worries.
me until
Okay, I think at this point, Father Xantis comes over. He comes into the building and sees the three of you here and someone else in a table back there, like right behind you guys. And he walks up and he says, Iowan said you needed me.
Yes, Father. We have some disturbing new information to unfold about the raid last week.
Did you find the remains of Father Tobin?
Unfortunately not, but we did find a journal from Amiko's brother Tsudo, who was hiding underneath the glassworks.
Have you talked to the mayor about this?
She's on her way.
Not yet.
I'm not.
Turns out that fire wasn't as deadly as we thought it was.
Yeah, we'll pull out the journal and try and explain.
We didn't draw the pictures, Father. Pseudo did. Sorry.
What, you just hand him the book?
We leaf through it. We don't hand it to him. We just kind of leaf
Okay.
through it and show like certain spots.
Do you just want me to give you a general response?
Like specific, because he's asking about the remains, so specifically the part about her, destroying her father's remains or whatever. Try to explain to him that we think his daughter survived.
It's not impossible, and if this is truly the case, it is very disturbing. But I don't understand, how can I help you?
So we found Amiko quite wounded. We were hoping you could tend to her.
Oh,
Also, do you know of any closets nearby?
he like is immediately surprised that Amiko's been harmed, since that hasn't been specified yet. That wasn't one of the things that was told to be brought up to, at
He
least
asked
not
about the
like.
remains right away. It's his fault.
Yeah.
Don't
Uh,
raise your hand until the teacher's done the presentation.
He's like, oh, where's Amiko? Is she in a room?
She's in the kitchen.
She and Bethan is making food, and I think Amiko's de-stressing. Also, you need to figure out how to hold a funeral for we'll tell you when the mayor gets here. Never mind.
Is
A
Amiko in
funeral might
any
need to be
immediate
planned.
danger?
No, she's fine.
Okay, and you brought up closet?
Yeah.
Might I ask why?
Well, if he
Flip
knows,
through the
it's
journal pages.
yeah. It was a
Here.
yeah. It was a there's mention of a closet and it's religious, so I didn't know if you knew anything about them since you're religious more than us.
And there isn't anything religious about a closet. It's a demon.
I mean,
Right.
some people worship demons.
Some people worship frogs.
Do you know if there's any worship, or have you heard of any rumors in town of demon worship?
We're a small town. It might be hard to get any kind of following around here. But
Does
Okay.
the church have a library of sorts where we could potentially do some research?
we have a small library of religious texts specifically pertaining to the major gods worshipped in Sandpoint.
Oh,
Father, if I may, do you happen to know of a being by the name of Malfeshkanor? Feshnikor?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit there. What was that?
I asked if he knew anything about Malfeshkanor. Feshnikor. I can't say it. Shit.
Malfeshnikor.
The name isn't ringing a bell. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
what about Bruthazimus?
No. Is there some relation between all of these and the closet?
Well, we think they're on the same page
Yeah, they're all.
as the word closet, so we're just guessing right now.
He's basically like reading this, like the sentence you point out, and then jumping back and questioning you, and like just going back and forth with this.
Actually, did you know who the mother of Nulia was? Because it mentions her mother's Grace. But we know that we had heard that she was an orphan that was adopted by Father Tobin.
Nulia was
So,
an orphan, a foundling at the academy.
oh, does the academy keep records? Could we maybe go talk to them and see if they have any records of Nulia?
They don't keep any documents on children's origin. Most of them are either orphaned at a very young age, brought in from the surrounding hinterlands, or sent there intentionally by noteworthy patrons who can afford to support the academy. She fell into the first category. Showed up there on the footsteps of the academy. Not the first one.
Okay. Um, Father, I know you don't have a very militaristic mind, but maybe you could help. Do you have any idea why only on this map they have the town hall, the theater, the academy, and the cathedral. And what looks like the old lighthouse drawn out, and they don't have like the garrison or the glassworks or any of the other large buildings.
Unfortunately, you are correct. I do not have a mind for such things.
Okay. Would Anamara have any ideas to like what could have been the reason why they just have those drawn out?
I feel like this would be like, since it's particularly military minded, I feel like this might be like a profession soldier check, and I have my doubts on any of you having that.
Well, even the guy who has a soldier as his background.
Doesn't have profession soldier. How sus when there's background skills.
I did not remember that. Simply, I could switch 1 point from geography, if that's okay for me.
Yeah, if you want.
Is soldier a background profession?
All professions are.
professions are.
Oh,
Yeah, profession is a skill.
okay.
So how do you want me to roll this?
I would also, honestly, I think I would also allow like a much harder like knowledge history check.
Well, Anamara can roll that at least.
3.
Oh.
Oh, the same. From two different perspectives. Like he goes over and peers into the map from behind.
This guy literally just leans over the fucking booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
He's
might be
fucking
weirdos for
powerful.
all I know, just noses in.
Yeah.
Social distancing, bruh.
No, I mean, all of these buildings hold strategic value, just because of their size, and like the entry points they have. But like, clearly there are like many things not noted on this map, so it's probably just like a crude drawing, like something that was just meant as like a general idea, because they are just all like battle plans in different stages. Um, like it seems like this crude drawing is the one that got picked, right? And as far as you guys are concerned, the plan worked.
Yeah. Okay. And did Sheriff Hemlock leave yesterday?
Yes, last night.
And how long does it take to get to Magnamar and back? Would we assume?
Depends. It's about 50, I think it's 52 miles, 55.
Okay, so about 5 days ish.
Yeah, depending on the speed they move at, yes.
Okay. Oh.
Well, I met the mayor, not the mayor, the sheriff, relatively near here. He has a couple of days till he gets back to Magnamar. He actually sent me here. Wow, it's quiet. Too quiet.
The father kind of looks around at all of you and says, "If you have no more questions for me, I'm gonna tend to Amiko's wounds."
Yeah, I think a lot of it is more emotional woundage than physical, but just be uh what's that word? Just be careful with her.
I'll do my best. It wouldn't be the first time I had to console someone in a difficult situation. She's a
Yeah.
tough lass. And he like slowly starts walking over towards the back of the kitchen. You hear him like knock on the side of the door frame and call out for Amika. Or he comes in. Goes in, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah. I think we just need to wait till talk to the mayor to see what she can do for the rest of this, and then I think we need to take a little bit of a rest ourselves.
Okay. How long are you guys willing to wait?
um,
If we have to wait until Ion gets back, at least.
yeah, I guess if Ion shows up without the mayor, we can ask him, "Where's the mayor?"
Yeah.
Okay. I think shortly, not too long, maybe like 10 minutes after your uh, good old friend Father Xantus takes off, I think Island comes in without the bear.
Is the mayor coming?
I gave her a little bit more information than we initially planned. She had a lot of questions and she could be very persuasive. She's talking to the guards down at the garrison right now. Seems to be mobilizing more than we normally would.
We should probably head down to the barracks then.
Did she have any other questions that she probably needed to ask us, or do you know where they were headed?
She asks
Are they
that as soon as
mobilizing
it's
to
convenient for you.
attack?
She asked that as soon as it's convenient for all of us that we head over there and talk to her. She'll be at the garrison for some time.
Okay. Did we eat our breakfast already? I would assume.
I don't think it's done.
Okay.
Though I think you're the only one who was asking for breakfast, if I remember correctly.
I was.
Dalen had some too.
Okay. Yeah. It's no. Only been like 20 minutes and they were not prepared to do any of this today.
All
So
right,
will you guys
Dalen,
want
what
to
should
wait
we
for his
do?
breakfast?
I'd like to wait for breakfast personally. I'm really hungry, and that battle wore me out
Yeah.
greatly.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be super today, so I'll, I'll go. I'll wait for the breakfast.
Like a little less than 20 minutes later, Bethana comes out with both of your plates.
Thank you very much, Bethna. How is she doing?
Well, Amiko isn't much for talking, especially right now. Normally she's a little bit chattier, but, well, I think I understand.
A lot's happened.
I think she just needs time. And the father, he seems to be, well, helping her more than I could.
It's good to hear that she's getting help.
Just let her know if there's anything she needs help with. Feel free to let one of us know.
I'll let her know shortly. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think we're all set. We're gonna head over from us. Just that's where we're probably gonna be. Ion says it's gonna be a while that we're gonna be there for, so
Okay, well, I'm here if you need anything. He, like, scurries off back to the kitchen.
Phelan's just going to eat quietly, kind of just continuously thinking over what everything that's happened so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Amar will do the same.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're decent meals. I don't think they're the same quality they normally are, but they're still eatable.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
No complaints from her.
Hey, what are you guys doing once you finish your meals?
Head into the garrison.
Yeah, I guess so.
Adrian is going to follow their lead.
Okay, you guys definitely have a new tail. When you get to the garrison, you notice as you're like walking around it that it looks like the perimeter of it is like double staffed, and you can definitely hear like a commotion going on behind the gates when you approach.
Guess we go on in.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you approach, one of the guards up on the scaffolding just yells down for the door and it opens up. And another man standing next to him says, "The mayor's expecting you. She's in the sheriff's office right now."
Oh
Okay,
no, she's
thank
gone
you.
full Caesar.
I just got the joke. Took me a minute. Now we're missing angry 20 councilmen and we got Rome reenacted.
Standpoint is slowly militarizing.
We will conquer the world.
We will start with
10
Varissia and then
barbarians
we
at
will
our
head
gates.
east.
Yeah, I go to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
I follow.
Yeah, you guys get to the sheriff's office. Doors and even closed. You see the mayor there with one of the guards, presumably the one that's in charge while Hemlock is gone. And it looks like this guard and the mayor are like mulling over a map of Sandpoint.
Mayor? Guard?
And she looks up. "Anamara, I heard you had some important news. I'm sorry I couldn't meet you. I moved here as quickly as I could. I wanted to make sure we're as prepared for as possible for anything that might come our way."
Yeah. Actually, I think Aradel and Dalen can help out as well. They probably can speak better to what happened in there. I'm still a little fuzzy on some of the details.
Adrian just nods ahead to the mayor and says, "Ma'am, if you heard that, actually, ma'am, let me be louder. I think it's not the fault of the microphone, it's me. I'm just pretty quiet
Okay.
normally." When
I
I
hear
talk-
you. I hear you pretty well regardless. I don't know about the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, then. And just goes to a corner of the room and starts observing you and your exposition.
She looks over at the guard that was looking at this map with her. Goes, "Dalen, and he cuts her off. The hero's a Sandpoint. I know. My name's Dalen, second in command. Nice to meet you." He like puts a hand out towards you, Anamara.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. This is
our-
Dalen as well.
Hello.
Sorry, I said Dylan.
Dylan. Oh.
Oh.
I heard Dalen.
Yeah,
I heard
Dalen
my
as
name.
well.
I'm like, what?
Is he
Dalen,
introducing
this
you
is
to you?
Dalen.
Dalen.
Uh,
Well,
On that note, I gotta go.
a long lost twin brother or sister, whatever. That accidentally is also called Dale.
And
They were ashamed of the Asimar son, so they had another.
Dylan
uh,
says, if you'll excuse me, I have some matters to attend to. Mayor, the rest of you, and just nods in both directions.
I nod back.
And he walks off past you guys. And the mayor says, if you wouldn't mind shutting the door.
Of course.
So, what is it? It sounded worse than the attack.
I believe Ion's told you everything now.
And more than we thought he would. Do you have any questions for us?
He told me quite a bit, but I was curious as to what he hadn't told me. He brought up some of your suspicions, told me that you had some scripture from Pseudo, and that Nulia might not be dead.
We think she may not even be human.
Yeah,
She
she looks
was
to be
an
getting-
Azamar.
She was an Asimar. Oh.
So whether or not you consider that to be human is semantics.
Well, did she have wings before?
Don't recall.
Oh, well, it seems like she has wings now. And a supreme lack of clothing.
Have you seen her?
Well, so we have this pamphlet from Pseudo's room that's got some pictures of battle maps and who we assume is Nulia.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to see this.
Give her the book as Aradel tries to explain to Anamara off to the side that, this is what a pervert is. And like take a moment to explain. She might still wear clothes, you see. Just Pseudo is a boy of a certain age.
I don't know. The way it looks in the pictures, the less human she got, the less clothing she started to wear too. So
Hey,
who
you
knows
know
if we might
what?
have
His
happened upon
DeviantArt
her.
is very tasteful. If there are any kids watching this, don't go look that up. Sometimes I forget there's kids that tune into this. That's okay. Yeah. When you hand her the book, she starts looking through it, and she said, as she starts like looking at multiple of these battle plans, and she's like, "You wouldn't mind me holding on to this? I can make some kind of primitive strategy to secure Sandpoint until the sheriff gets here. I'm sure he will have a much better idea what to do now that he has a book like this."
Yeah. Would we be able to copy that? Just in case, because some of those names seem important. So we'd rather have all the information we have in case we need to go find any of these people.
How long do you think it would take you?
How long does Namara think it would take her?
I guess it depends. Are you just trying to get the handful of names on the handout?
Basically, yeah, just copying not the pictures, but just kind of spark noting or bullet points the journal as much as he can.
Okay, if you want to do like bullet points, I'd say like depending on your role, that could take anywhere from like like 5 minutes since you've like gone through the journal all the way up to like 20 minutes.
Okay, so that not long. So yeah,
No.
she would do it no matter what the roll ending would be.
If there's a roll, could I help out?
Are we all trained in
Could Daylin help?
linguistics? Are we all aiding?
Animar is not trained in linguistics, so
Is this a linguistics check?
Yeah, it's transcribing.
Figured I would be able to use my librarian profession for this. But
That would fall
anyway.
under it, yes.
Oh, cool.
that sounds better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll.
Yeah, I'd let one person do the roll and one person do the aid another action, but she did just ask you a question.
Of how long do we think it would take?
Yeah.
It shouldn't take too long. At most an hour if we go slow and get like extra details, but probably closer to 20 minutes really.
I'm not willing to give you more than half an hour. I need to get at least some rudimentary plan set up for Sandpoint before then.
Oh, no, that's fine. You can we'll just sit right here and you can still look at the book while we're copying it. We weren't going to take it away or anything.
But I think the problem here is like she doesn't really like she cares about the parts that you guys are wanting to record, but
yeah,
she's going to be going through all the battle plans, so she won't be. It's mostly looking at the diagrams and the text involving that. So like,
okay.
I removed the spine from the journal.
Oh, we do have a profession librarian who might be able to do that.
he could, yeah, hypothetically, he could despine and respine the book.
Give her all the pages she wants.
And we'll just copy off of the pages that have battle maps any of the other information we need.
Will
Okay.
we try to despine the book, free it out?
Honestly, like, I don't know if you've messed around with books before, but the easiest way to do this might be what got brought up. I don't think did it get brought up in this campaign? It might have been. Basically, if you have like a precise enough hand, you could cut out the pages that are like relevant to the battle plans, and then just give them to her, and then you guys could start transcribing everything else. And when you're done with that, transcribe the rest of it when she's done.
That sounds like a check I'm not proficient with.
That sounds like a plan, though.
Yeah.
I would have that fall under the profession librarian.
Oh, what?
I'd also allow like a sleight of hand with that. But I don't
So
think we have
guess-
anyone who's great at sleight of hand. And again, to be honest, I don't know what your profession librarian is.
What do you mean?
Like what the modifier is.
Oh, it's a +4 from the librarian.
Okay. If that's what if you want to like cut out the pieces, I'm gonna say that's gonna be like a sleight of hand, or I'd even let profession librarian. If you do want to despine it, then I would say that would be profession librarian. And if you do just want to try and quickly transcribe it, I think that would be linguistics for profession barbarian. Or not barbarian, librarian.
Barbarian.
Profession barbarian.
Just rage scribe. All right.
Well,
So
that's
what
a
are we
new
doing?
idea for a character.
A librarian barbarian.
Yep. Writing that one down. God damn it, put those fucking books back!
Now I'm just imagining a very angry librarian, just like, be quiet, you little shits!
The history section should not have children books in it!
like imagine a former WWE wrestler becoming a librarian.
Mhm.
Undertaker in a
I'll be
library.
right back. I have to go to the bathroom for a minute. That's not a problem.
No, it's fine.
Uh,
Ba-da-da-da.
I guess we're going to wait for him.
No, I'm not gonna make you guys wait.
What's
We're
the
trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to do just one check with aid or two different checks.
well you're doing
I'm doing a librarian check.
and I don't have a
I don't think anyone else is professional librarian to
Yeah.
provide you that aid.
But you can.
So I can't
So the way
aid
aid
you with
checks
that.
works doesn't. It's normally supposed to be like the same skill, but if the GM allows it, it can be other stuff. So that's why I said like I
Oh.
brought up the aid because I will allow in a few. So it depends on what you guys want to do. Which execution are you guys looking at doing?
I think if we can do the cutouts, that would be great because then we could she can do her thing and then we'll get back what we need to later.
Okay. The cutout part, I don't think there will be like a way for like him to be aided in that. Like that's just a precision thing that he knows how to do, and it's like a very tight thing, right? So like I don't even think there's a way you can really be like, okay, this is how I help him with something like that.
My thought was maybe if we wanted to go with the aid method, despining the book. If I can get aid with that.
Yeah, I think someone could help you with that.
Give me a hammer and a very sharp sword.
Okay, we're despining it, and we're trying to keep the papers intact.
Yeah. I think all it would take is like removing the threads that
I
hold
didn't
the
say
spine
a
together.
dull sword.
I have a dagger.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it would just be a professional librarian, and if you're trying to despine it, like, how do you guys want to justify doing that? I could see like sleight of hand justifiable. I don't think linguistics would be.
No.
How's the book put together? Is it put together with glue or is it put together with string?
I think it's like a strung together book.
Can't we just cut the string?
Yeah, we could just cut the string to take the
I'm back.
hey.
Cut the string and the book falls apart on its own? Like, is it
Yeah.
really?
It's
This is not
can
something
be
everyone
that
can do.
simple. But the idea is that like you will have less messed up papers if you don't just do that, because like you're still having to get all of the string off of the binding and like out of the papers. So like you could end up with tearing if you just do it quickly.
Yeah, this is something we'd have to be intricate with.
If you just cut all the way down, though, don't all the pages just come out?
Mm.
I guess that depends on how you're talking about doing it, because the way I'm thinking is like a traditionally binded book where all of the thread also goes through the papers.
Right, but I don't want to cut just like one piece of, like I don't want to just cut the top and then pull the string out. I mean, cut the string from top to bottom all the way down the bind, and then every page is free at that point.
Yeah, and I'm saying that there's a check required for that because this could go wrong.
All right.
There you go. What modifiers do I get for being aided?
Well, if someone
Um,
succeeds an aid check that they would roll before you do your check,
Okay.
you'd get a +2.
Okay.
Could Animar look at the book itself and see if it's like that and kind of help point to like the spots, like trying to align the knife better, so when they do make the cut it's at least in the right position as far as she can tell with the book?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'd let you do like a perception or a sleight of hand using that logic.
Okay. Perception would be, I can do that.
And unless you have something you think fits along that line.
I was thinking knowledge engineering, but it's the same bonus as perception, so.
Use your knowledge engineering to make a pair of scissors.
Custom made
Good idea.
scissors.
All right, so Animar will try to. Well, she was gonna try, but those fancy grounds is low. There we go. She'll try and give you a little bit of guidance with the placement of the knife for for the aid. Damn it.
Whoa.
It was almost on a 12 too.
And I
Yeah.
think you
Almost
can
stopped
get
on a
away
12.
with profession librarian or sleight of hand for the main check.
I'm guessing by that roll, I get no help, no
No.
aid, no bonus.
The default
Not
is
for
getting
me.
a 10 or higher.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, come on!
Oh.
It waggled on the 16.
Okay.
Scary thing about programmers, they make things look waggly.
It straddled the line between 8 and 16. Why didn't it go the other way?
And this wasn't a check to as whether or not you like would get it done, since it seems like you guys are worried about the tearing. It was more just like a time thing. So it's like a little over like 15 minutes of time spent on this. I think the justification behind it with the way the AP is suggesting is like just being extremely careful, and it seems like you probably stumbled a few times with some of the papers.
My hands don't work well with blades.
Yeah. It could be that we were trying, like we were testing it out on and ruined a couple, not ruined, but like broke a couple of the pages that didn't have battle maps. Like we were making sure that now the first couple pages we like kind of flubbed it on.
I think that actually
And then
works
we got
perfectly.
better as we were going.
Yeah, because a bunch of the pages aren't filled out, right? Like the whole journal wasn't filled out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you use some of the blank pages as tests and to get to perfect the art of it.
Because it
Mhm.
is like you could effectively just remove a handful of these strings and then pull them out one side. So I think it just is you messing up some of the blank pages. And like just having to take more time to remove the binding than like potentially you could have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you separate all of the pieces for which you guys are trying to transcribe that aren't battle maps, and now you guys can either transcribe it, or I don't know. Now that you've pulled it out, is that going to change, or is that still what you want to do?
Could probably just keep these particular pages.
Yeah. Is there any information on the battle map pages that we would want? Because we only have that one handout, so.
So like I kind of just generally told you what it all is because it's like the pertinent information. There's like the page I hand you out that has it's supposed to be condensed. I don't think it's not like those 3 pages are right next to each other.
Right.
Those are just like really big pieces. So I think that's most of the juice there, and then the rest of it is mostly like a bunch of battle plans, and then pseudo talking, potentially about Nulia.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. If there's any information, I guess the four of us can look at the the pages of battle maps and kind of do a quick once over and just be like, okay, nope, nothing on this one, nothing on this one. And if we see anything, we can copy that into a blank page. But
Okay. Then I guess like the logical way to do this is you guys like work on transcribing the stuff that's not battle map related while the mayor works on formulating like a primitive defense with the battle maps in mind.
Mhm.
And then just swap basically.
Yeah, that works for us.
Okay. Then whoever wants to roll the aid another for linguistics, this would be the time to do it.
What
You
skill
have to
would
be-
be good for aiding?
I'm thinking it's
Do
a
you have to be-
linguistics. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have to
Yeah,
be trained in it to provide aid?
As a default, yes, unless you have a special ability.
I don't.
I just have a campaign trait that gave me a +1 in it, so I'm not trained in it actually.
No, because it is a trained skill.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Aradel is able to provide the +2. And professional librarian also works here too, if you would like, Dalen.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Sorry, it seems like you're doing the main role. Is that what I'm picking up?
I guess so, unless someone else has something better.
Anamara
You
can she still has a decent bonus to it. It's just she's not trained in it to provide the aid to others on this one.
I didn't know Aradel was trained in linguistics. That's interesting.
so profession's a trained only check as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay. I guess it's gonna be me then.
it's
Plus
just
2.
it's
Sorry.
just me and Dalen apparently.
Yep. I guess so.
Yeah.
Plus
You have
2
a higher
then?
bonus, so it makes sense for you to make the check.
Yeah.
Make
Out
sure
of
you give
character.
yourself the +2 for this bad boy.
All right. Got the plus 2. Librarian, right?
And just before you get the roll in, the idea here is to like make bullet points so you can have like a quick list of important information from these
Yeah.
pages, and specifically including like names. That's a big one that you guys brought up.
Yeah.
Then give me that roll, bud. Okay.
How does it keep straddling higher numbers and then going to 8?
It's the animation, nothing else. It's there just to annoy you.
It really is, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, with the amount of time that like you guys have spent on this specific book, I think it's actually very, very quickly like parsed out into bullet points. Especially since like, to be honest, beyond the information I gave you guys, there isn't much that doesn't specifically focus on like Pseudo's quote unquote affection for the lady he's writing / drawing about. Like there is little bits of information in there, like about his devotion and whatnot. But it's not crazy important. I think a lot of it, like I said, is like those 3 pages you saw. So like not even 5 minutes worth of time goes by. On the other hand, it does seem like when you are done that the mayor is kind of struggling to like sort out, like you see her like moving a bunch of these different parchments around with battle plans and like trying to make some kind of organization out of them.
Do you need a hand mayor with anything?
Yes,
she-
can I help you?
She kind of just looks up and she says, I think this is going to take me some time. I'm attempting to take the plan that they used with the goblin attack and compare it with the rest and see what kind of the best general strategy would be for defending Sandpoint.
Well,
Maybe I can help you with that.
Yeah. Adrian is
Yeah,
a
well-
soldier of some sort.
It would
He
be
might be able to help you.
appreciated. And she kind of like tries to explain to you how she's sorting it.
So last time they came from here, and this map is that. So should I roll something or?
Yeah, I'd say just like a professional soldier.
Good,
Damn.
That's making up for us being slow at cutting a book apart.
Okay, it still takes her way longer than you guys. So like I just shaved off like a D12 worth of time based on your roll. Of like her original time, so she was gonna take like 19 minutes, even though you guys took 3. But you brought down to 11 minutes. So it helped a lot. I guess it depends on how worried you guys are about time, but you did save yourselves a lot of waiting or potential drama.
I don't know what I guess, what is the time? Are they thinking it's happening today, or the pseudo
Nothing you
can't run
guys
that
have
fast?
said or suggested is that it's gonna be immediate, but I, I,
How far away is Thistletop?
It's like miles away.
it's
Pseudos
not
can't.
as far away as Magnamar.
All right. It's
I think we looked up. It's like a day's ride or something like that.
a day's ride.
I thought it was like 20-ish miles away, right?
Yeah, it's it's closer. It's within a day's striking distance, is what I said.
Uh, so like
Basis.
10 miles?
Uh, it, I don't
I
remember
don't know
the
what
exacts, to
striking
be
for
honest. I'd have to
pathfinder would be.
I'd have to look at the hinterlands map, which the one you guys have is like fucking weird. I can grab that real quick.
Mayor, I don't think it's gonna happen like tonight, to be honest, because we think he's running all the way back to Thistletop. So, like, we have a little bit of time to like make sure we get all the details and like you can get everyone into the right spots. So, and it is just morning. Like, he is pretty injured. We almost walloped him to get him, but we missed a little bit. So,
So if we're to
They might,
believe
they
the
might just be shoring up their defenses, to be honest. Given the number of goblins we've killed, they might be more inclined to defend themselves than to attack us at this point.
The thing about that is, according to his journal, only a few goblins were killed as far as he was concerned, which means their numbers must be far greater than we previously anticipated.
well, you guys remember Shay? She said that there could be
Yeah.
as many as like 500 goblins in the region.
yeah. Hopefully, and have any of your other guards like seen anything of note in the woods recently that could suggest that they're actually close by?
Neither Dylan nor Sheriff Hemlock have said they've spotted goblins anytime recently. Important
Okay,
thing to
so
note is, and this is all not the mayor saying it, if the Hinterlands map is to be believed, which I'm not entirely confident about, but we will use now because there's nothing to say otherwise. If you drew a direct line between Thistletop and like Sandpoint, then it's like 10, not even 10 miles, like less than 10, maybe 5.
oh, okay.
But that's the thing, if you look at the Hinterlands map, we're like that little cove, right? It kind of looks like Sandpoint, but not entirely. And it's
In the top center?
yeah. And Thistletop is right in the middle of a nettlewood, like on the coast.
The woods off to the east?
Yes.
Okay. There's no scale for us on this or labels, so
Yeah.
trying to guess.
It's like 5-ish miles if you did a straight path. So a little bit more than that.
Okay. So, okay, I guess they could be here tonight, but sorry, I was thinking of Thistletop back to my house, not Thistletop to this new town. But yeah. So it makes sense that you're worried. Everyone's worried, but rushing may cause issues, so that's all I'm saying is like make sure we have everything planned out right.
Mayor, are there any villages within few hours from us that might be able to provide some reinforcements?
I think this actually got brought up with Shay last night. So I don't know if you actually want to talk about that. She brought
I
up
don't
that like
remember all that
most
it was
of the
told.
surrounding, because there aren't any like small villages. It's mostly like farmland, and
Oh yeah.
it's mostly like small like families that are out there, like around in the area, and most of them have fled their homes, to like bigger places just
Okay.
because of goblin attacks. So there aren't really like that many people not in settlements right now.
Okay. Galen would remember that and not say anything.
Yeah, I figured. This kind of stuff happens though, It's been a week since we've talked about it, and it was not the most important thing she brought up.
It's all farmland, right?
Yeah, there's a big chunk of farmland. That's where you'd find most of the people in the surrounding area.
In that case, instead of asking that question, I look to the mayor and I go, "Do we know of do we have any explosives that might be able to at least collapse some of these tunnels spoken of?"
While we do get a lot of exports from Magnamar and even a few from Corvosa, a town like this does not have anything like that.
Mayor, I know this is gonna sound weird, but do you know about the closet underneath town?
And like she hasn't read that part yet, so I think she just like looks over at you and she's like, closet? Um, Not familiar with those.
Okay, so it's a lower demonish thing.
A demon.
Father Xantus didn't seem to, but yeah, it's in this page over here. I know you're looking at the battle maps, but this page over here has talk of Quasit, or do you recognize the names Bruthazimus or Malfescnacor?
Give me a moment, Adrian. Which names did you throw at her? Sorry.
Both of them, Bruthazimus and Malfescnacor.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. She says, unfortunately, I haven't heard of these. Do they have something to do with the demon? Are we expecting an attack from somewhere in town?
Well, so there's two tunnels down under the glassworks. One leads out to the beach and the other leads somewhere else. We're not really sure where the other one goes. We're thinking, at least Aradell's got an idea that that might be where the closet is. That they were trying to convince to be on their side.
Sounds like we should investigate this.
Yeah.
Perhaps eliminating this closet might help give us some sort of advantage.
Well, if it is an
But
enemy within the town, killing it is
at
of
least
the
remove
utmost
one of theirs.
importance.
Mm-hmm.
It's my knowledge to secure the base first before venturing out anywhere else. He just chimes in, and till now he was very, very quiet.
Is he cutting out for anyone else?
Yep.
He actually is. Yeah.
I'm going to try and change the ports for a minute. You continue.
Okay.
I think if you just go push to talk, it'll solve most of your problems.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, that'd be long.
I was using push to talk on my PC for quite some time until I upgraded my audio setup. Hey, if you guys are cool with it, since he's messing with that, are you okay with doing like a 10-minute break?
Yeah.
Sure. I could probably get some lunch.
Okay. Then I am going to step away for a moment. and I will see you guys at, let's just call it 4 after.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, chat, you heard it here.
Yeah.
Is it any better now?
To me, it is, yes. I think everybody else stepped away, and we're all taking a quick 10-minute break.
Okay.
It's hard to say. Your mic normally sounds okay for a minute and then starts to deteriorate over time.
I feel like it's Discord for some reason.
I think his automatic mic settings are changing constantly. So it goes down to like 0, and then we can hear the air around the mic.
I am at input sensitivity 0. I'm not at automatic.
Yeah.
You have
All
a
right. I have.
separate mic. For the webcam, maybe that will work better. Don't know.
I give up.
What do you give up?
So I'm pretty sure if you go push to talk, the mic will stop changing quality so much because it won't be the gain won't be picking up.
Well, let's hope so. I switch now. Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be right back too. Go get me some food.
All right. I'd forgotten to buy my light crossbow before we finished last session, so I have one now because I remembered. Oh yeah, it's 75% discount. Else I'd have not enough gold to do this.
True.
Crossbow 10.
So I don't want to say anything, but I think we spent 30 minutes and rolled 3 skill checks to ask if we could take notes.
Yeah, I think that happened too.
Which is
Who boy.
real life, apparently.
Yeah. Let's see. Light cross. Yeah. This will do okay for me. How encumbered am I now?
After all was said and done, our characters spent less time doing it than we literally spent talking about it.
Exactly. But hey, it was fun. I had a good time.
I have
Now I know that.
really bad ADD, so like I checked out at some point in time.
Yeah, it's all good. Now I know I can put a point in linguistics, and at soon I'll have a point in everything. Everything intelligence based. Oh, we were doing timing math to see if us talking about it and doing the checks was faster or slower than our characters doing the actual copying of the pages. Yeah, in real life we were slower than our characters were, actually. Yeah. No. It was just more like we were just talking about it.
So
The
I've
irony
told
of
you
it.
before I have like ADD. I at a certain point I almost completely checked out. If I'm being completely honest.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Are we just missing Will at this point, I think?
Yeah, he was getting a lunch, so probably throwing something quick together.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back.
Mm.
Oh God, I forgot it's like
Mini
corn.
corn dogs are delicious.
Ooh. Hold on, they make mini ones?
Yes.
That's such an American thing.
Shut up. America, bitch.
That's how humans like advance their technology. They just make it smaller.
Yep.
Until they realize, oh, if you get too small, it's not good. So there's things are starting to get bigger again.
Next thing you
Flame
know,
arrow.
Nokia's invincible phone will make a comeback.
Dude, I know a
Don't be
guy who still
surprised.
fucking owns one of those. If you guys are cool with it, I'm okay with starting a few minutes early.
Is everybody else back?
Yep.
Yes,
I haven't
sir,
heard
yes,
anybody
sir.
else. That's why I asked.
Yeah, we've all been here. We're good to go.
Julio.
Okay, we left off with the whole transcription business being finished. You guys were just discussing battle plans, followed up by the potential dangers that lie beneath Sandpoint.
Yeah.
Mayor, if you desire, we could possibly scout out this closet and find out exactly where it is and how much of a force it's possessing.
I think that's a brilliant idea. That's the problem of utmost importance. I'll continue to try and work on the defense here and get the garrison in order. Obviously, with Dylan's help.
Okay. We are a little tired, so it might have to wait a little bit for us to get down there, but we are gung ho and ready to try.
As soon as you can get down there, it would be appreciated.
At this
But I
point, how
understand.
early? At this point, what time in the morning is it?
It's like noon at this point.
Oh,
Okay, so we've rested 4 hours so far, right?
Oh, you guys have been resting, have you?
Well, have we?
I don't think you have.
I don't know.
no. Probably not.
That's fine.
Shit. I was hoping if it was early enough, we could take a quick long rest so I could get my spells back.
And you guys can
Oh
take
no,
a long
Animar
rest.
has
If
no bombs.
yeah,
at
if
all.
you want to take a long rest, you can.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that we take a rest to since our paladin would be going at it solo while Animar's trying to pepper him with a light crossbow from way back.
We've got Adrian, who is a character that does something.
We don't know yet, so
Etienne is a ranged character.
Definitely
With a
does
bow and
things.
arrow.
oh, yeah.
We basically have a All we have right now is a tank, for the most part,
You
and
have a
one guy
tank
with a bow.
and a yeah. You should probably rest a little bit so we can be okay so we can go in with our fresh face and ready to take on the world.
You still will be short at least one ability that I know of. Have you
From Ion?
used any lay on hands yet, Aradel?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you haven't, then you're good. Because that's a daily thing. It's not based on long rest.
Also, I don't think that long rest even exists in Pathfinder.
They don't.
Yeah, it's you need to do it once a day type thing.
There is no long rest in Pathfinder.
Because I've seen that everywhere, like in every other system, they refer to it as a long rest, and you just
Oh,
like invented for 5e or something.
Oh shit, that's right. We would have to take a whole day in order for any of us to get anything back.
Yep, we
I was
need.
thinking of Pathfinder 5e's long rest mechanics, but you don't have that.
No, we need to spend the day, then go to sleep, then wake up, then prep for an hour.
Well, I've got healing still. I can give
Sorcerers
out
don't need
one.
to prep.
I can give out one heal.
Yeah, you just need a night's sleep.
I'm fresh.
Yeah.
If you
That's
guys
a
are looking to
day.
refresh, it's not happening until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mayor, so it's early and we won't be able to do anything until tomorrow, unfortunately. We could start our way down there, but going down half prepared probably would be the best thing. So is there anything we can do up top here to help you out till tomorrow?
We've been in a fairly large battle already, you see.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't necessarily meaning we attack the closet. I was meaning maybe we could just scout out its presence in numbers and then report back.
Well, that's a good idea. But if it's already been approached by Pseudo and the crew, he might be on it. It might be on the lookout for anyone that's not it. So
And if
I
you're
hope it's not
honestly
looking for a
attempting to
fight right
do
away.
any like proper scouting, you only have one person that's okay of it, and the rest of you are just bad at it. It's not a stealthy party.
I am a paladin.
Wink, wink. Down the hallway. Let's split the party and die on my first session.
Hey, you know what? Splitting the party is not always a bad idea.
Yeah, if there's anything we can do up top to like help them, if Adrian and if I don't know if Dalen's pretty stealthy or not,
I have a
or
plus
able to
2 in
stealth
stealth.
well.
If you could show 4 of my town guards where the 2 exits you've talked about are, I would like to station them there until you go in the following morning.
Yeah, we can show them that. The one on the beach and the one in the glassworks, you mean?
Yeah, those are the 2 that she's talking about.
Okay. Yeah, we can show them that. I guess if we look at could we go down to the tunnel and look to see if we see any like markings or runes or anything like that on the way that we assume is headed towards the closet?
Yeah, if you want to go down that tunnel, you can go check it out. There wasn't like an obvious like Thessalonian arrow pointing in that direction though.
That's fine. But it can kind of help with like what Dalen was thinking was we can kind of scout from afar to see if we see anything and hope we don't stumble upon it.
Like to see any tracks, like human tracks, monster tracks, the different. If there's any difference in the tracks going in and out of that tunnel, I could look at that
Okay.
as soon as they lead me there.
I mean, the mayor's the last one that, like, she said, hey, if you could take my guards there, and then you were like, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
unless you guys are gonna
We'll
stand there
take some of the
awkwardly in
guards there.
silence, she's not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can head down that way and show her guards where the where they were, and kind of do our own stuff down there too.
Talk to get Dylan. He should be at the gate. He'll get a few men from the towers to come with you.
Okay. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
She goes back to mulling over the maps. When you guys get to the gate, Dylan is up there. And you see him like busily orchestrating a handful of people that are preparing some kind of containers up on the two towers by the gate.
What's in the containers? Can we see from where are we walking by that height, or is it
No, but you can see like some men like moving some big containers that like Dylan is commanding basically. So he'd be on like the rampart above the gate, and then like 10 feet above would be the top of the tower.
I talked to the people around me. I presume it's either oil or something else to throw down on the goblins if necessary. Or maybe a ballista or some kind of bow.
There is enough space on top of both of those battlements for a medium-sized ballista.
Well, we can pass by when they set up whatever they are setting up. For now, let us go to those tunnels.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm like misreading something today, but I just feel like everyone has been a lot more active in the past, which is why I've left dead space. Like I'm like, you guys are saying you go somewhere, and then I describe it, and then unless I'm like something happens, you guys have kind of just left it there.
Yeah. I guess we'll talk to Dylan. And just pass along the information that we're gonna bring a couple of his group, whichever soldiers he wants, have them come with us to show them where the entrance to the beach is, and then have some of them keep coming with us to the glassworks.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, he'll give you the soldiers then.
all right. Come along this way, folks. Yeah. And I guess should we split up and go 2 and 2, and then follow down the tunnel till we meet up at the fork?
That's not totally bad idea.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take some. We got the closest Dalen to him, so we probably could figure out where they came out of the on the beach, right? And then we can have the other two go through the glassworks, and we'll meet up with them at the fork.
Yeah.
You got that, Airedale? Okay. So we'll split up and each take half the contingents of guards that Dylan provides to us.
Okay. Where do you want to station them?
Well, they asked to do they asked to go to the entrances, so Dalen and Amara will take them down to the beach and show them where the hole in the cave that they kind of trudged out of, or around where they think the cave is, and
Oh,
show them where that is.
it's just an idea, but as far as stationing them, I think it'd be a good idea if we stationed them both at the crossroads, perhaps, since it seems like
Oh,
that's just my idea.
yeah, that actually sounds better. So
Since it seems like both the goblins and whatever this closet is going to be coming from there.
yeah, and also like who knows? Yeah, I think the town would be able to see if someone was coming from the ocean and going into the cave down here, so it would make sense. So now we got to wait for if we bring these guys to the fork, now we got to wait for the other two to run back to the glassworks, get their guys and bring them back with us too. So
If you
Okay,
guys
then,
want to
up to
station
the
them down there, you
glassworks.
can.
Yes. Off to the glassworks.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can all meet up at the intersection, the three-way split in the tunnel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The guards seem a little confused, especially since they didn't bring torches. It's not bright down here.
Do I have a light spell? No, we don't. Shoot.
I mean, there's people
Sold
with
my
light spell
honest.
here. It's just that lasts not all day.
The torches don't last all day either.
No, I mean that's
Well,
true, but
Well, we could send one of the guards back to get the torches while we explore and like man the positions.
No, I got it. I got a couple torches in my sorcerer's kit that I could pull out, and give to the guards.
I have two. I can give them 2 sun rods. They last for 6 hours.
nice.
And I don't think the guards will be here for like 24 hours straight, so they'll probably change out people. So like if they know where they have to be, they can when they're sending more people back, they can also come back with more torches and such. So
That's definitely assumption. Let's keep that in mind.
we don't have to give them all of our light sources.
I have more
But,
than 2. I just figured 12 hours of light for them would be fine.
Yeah. So now that we're down here, do any of the guards recognize this area? Like, have they ever been into these tunnels before?
No,
Or
they didn't even know these tunnels existed.
okay.
Adrian is going to, within the light, try to suss out the tracks on the floor if he can find any. Specifically, he's hoping to find small and medium tracks, and if he can discern which were human, which were goblin, and which were quasit or something third.
There appears to have been a chase here.
Yeah,
Would
Somebody threw a
Magnamar-
bomb.
Like
Somebody threw an axe.
No. I want to go a little deeper into that tunnel that you haven't explored. That doesn't go to the beach. To see who has been passing through that.
Okay.
But just I can find, for example, were they goblin tracks, human tracks, something else entirely.
Yeah. Give me a survival check while you're like looking down the tunnel. Because I'm not assuming you guys are going down there until you tell me.
While he's doing that, could I? I'm going to cast. Since I haven't done this before while we were down here, but I'm going to cast Detect Magic and see if I sense any magical presence.
You
Within
need
the
to be a little
crossroads.
bit more specific.
I'm going to look to see if there might be any spells or items that might be hiding down here.
Just down the hallway you
in the
haven't been.
Just into crossroads. The area where the two tunnels meet.
Okay. Yeah, in the first round you can detect that there's no magical presence.
Okay.
That's a 16 for me with the track from the ranger.
Didn't you put the +1 effect in there? It sure looks like you did. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes. Sorry, I'm pushed to talk and I forget to push
Oh, it's fine.
the button.
Yeah.
Yes, it is included. I just made it so it disappears after the roll.
Yeah,
So
so
it
that
doesn't crowd,
+1.
That's 15.
Yeah. Okay. That is enough for you to tell that there have been multiple humanoids. I'm gonna say a dozen, and it looks like most of them are goblin, and you can discern that one of them was a medium-sized humanoid.
So they are going back and forth, like in the tunnel, and not just in one direction or out of the other direction.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been heavily used, but there has been some travel back and forth.
Well, they have been through here, that's definitely. One set of humanoid medium, I would say human, maybe, and I think that corresponds to your escapee, and several smaller ones, which are probably goblinoid.
No, you can definitely tell those are goblinoid.
Oh, okay. I can definitely tell you those are goblins.
It was a dozen goblins and a
Doesn't set of tracks. I think one human or medium sized, and the rest were small for the goblins.
Oh. Well, that makes sense because there was a dozen goblins in the glassworks and pseudo, so that should those numbers match up. That math works.
So they were used. I was looking at the tunnel for which we. Let me do this slowly. I was looking at the tunnel that doesn't lead to the beach. Is that those tracks are there?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, and it wasn't a dozen goblins that were in the glasswork, it was 8.
Oh, 8? Okay. There's a lot, so I forgot.
So I think we should wait for you to rest up, and when you are fresh tomorrow, we can probably search more and see what's exactly down there. This isn't the first time in Varisia that someone finds a tunnel or a ruin beneath his house. Like one time, one of my army buddies dug a well on his farm. He found a chamber beneath it. Luckily, there was no demons in it.
That's lucky.
Well, it is part of the Varisian life. What can I say?
So
You just wait when some hungry monster is going to eat you.
If Adrian saw that there was a dozen goblins, tracks for goblins, and we only found 8, could we look to see if all dozen goblins went towards the glassworks or some split off towards the beach?
Yeah, if he wants to investigate like the path of the tunnel that would go from the glassworks down to the beach, I might be able to give you some more information.
I can search for the tracks
Animar
again
will,
and see what. Okay,
yeah.
I will
Animar
accept
would like
it.
to help you. If
He's like kind of looking at you. What does she know? Or something like that, but he will not decline the help.
yeah, Animar would be able to point out like where the chase that she and Dalen and Adrian got to. I don't know if that got as far as this cross spot. Did it?
Yeah, because this
I
is
can't remember.
so like if we're looking down at the
You follow
tunnel
the
that
one
you
way.
haven't been down, right? Then to your right
Yeah.
would be the glassworks, and behind you would be the tunnel that Pseudo went down.
Okay, so we did get that far in the chase scene, so she'd be able to point out like I think this is around where we threw the bomb and the axe and the magic missile, right?
Yeah, if you want to give me a survival check to help him, we can
Yeah.
see how much there is.
Yeah, she was looking to try and point out like where everyone was from that was
Excellent.
there.
Okay, so you're
So
gonna need to
14.
re-roll that.
Why?
Because you don't have all the appropriate effects on. And Amara didn't aid another, so you're supposed to have another +2.
Sorry, I don't have that effect. I didn't put it.
You can put it in the modifier box in the bottom left. Very bottom left of Fantasy Grounds. Just says modifier next to your dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for simplicity's sake, you can just put your +1 from survival in there too, so you don't have to tab back and forth.
Okay then. Oh, that's first. The same.
Yeah, there's just so much traffic that's gone through here. It's hard to discern what's what.
Would this be considered the underground terrain?
Yeah.
I could probably add +1 from my haste spells.
From what?
Probably give myself guidance. I forgot that I took that, and it only works underground.
Okay.
You have,
Then
you have a war priest.
Yeah, 13. Okay, nothing else. Probably not enough. It's just a +1.
yeah, I
Sorry.
still would make you re-roll.
Okay. Let's go with that. I forgot.
I didn't realize Pathfinder gave Rangers say guidance.
No, it's a human substitute trait
Oh. Okay.
that gives me pay magic, but only underground, in the terrain that is considered underground for the ranger.
Okay. Gives you a bonus based on your favorite terrain.
Yeah, no. I pick one of the ranger's favorite terrains, and in it I can use those spells.
Right.
Some druid spells, and also it gives me low light vision and some skills.
Yeah. It's cool.
So, as I said, I can see the passage, but I cannot discern how many of them went into that tunnel to the beach. It's just too much scuffle. I don't think the bomb helped.
Yeah, that might have
Yeah.
blown away a little bit.
Well, we'll see. So should we go back to the tavern for you to rest? Or do we want to do anything else? That's both in and out of character.
If there's nothing else that we can do down here, Animar would be fine with resting for the day.
When there's plenty more you could do down here.
Well, Animar can't see in the dark, so.
That's fair. I was assuming light spells were being used.
Oh, no, probably. But she just can't see in the dark anyways, unless the spell is cast, so.
And nobody said that the spell was cast. At least not from us.
Just for the sake of it, Dalen's also going to set up a few torches in some of the tunnel entrances.
Okay, let's keep in mind torches last about an hour.
Oh, do they? Oh, shit. never
Yeah,
mind.
that's why I gave them sun rods.
Like, so they have 12 hours of light for like a hypothetical, like 17 hours.
They're gonna have to change guard at some point in time, right?
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
weren't told they were going to be in a tunnel.
Wow. We'll tell them, but we're leaving, right? We can tell the guards that have to relieve them eventually.
Yeah, but you
Well,
should.
I could wait with one of the cards and could go and get them torches or enough torches while you go and rest. I mean, I'm full and it's not night. I'm not tired or anything.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
So I step up, loosen an arrow for my quiver, and turn around towards the non-beach tunnel, because that's where I perceive most danger to come. And by the way, I cast a light spell on my bow
Nice.
and I renew it as long as it's necessary.
Okay. Yeah, so I think if is everyone else like heading back to the inn, or are you guys gonna
Yep.
wait here with Adrian?
I think Animar would go back to the inn.
I don't think it will take them more than an hour to get some torches or organize something like that. I mean, I can give them my lantern from my backpack that you see I'm still carrying. Like with the iron pot, a lantern, rope, everything strapped to it.
Classic adventurer stuff. How much oil do you have on you?
Five units worth.
Nice. Okay. What about Dalen and Aradel? Are they sticking down here, or are they heading back with Animara?
I'm going to head back.
Yeah, I'll head back.
Okay. Unless you guys are doing anything specific, I don't think anything worthy of note happens at the inn. I mean, it's still just as quiet. It did not open up today, and I don't think Miko or Bethana are gonna come chat with you.
Okay.
And I think it takes about like half an hour, Adrian, before the guard comes back, and you see he's only carrying like 2 unlit torches on the side, and the one he needs to come down here and see. And he comes up to you, and he says, The mayor wasn't expecting you to position us down here and said if you want us to remain down here, you need to go talk to her about it.
So who's staying with me? Dalen and Anamara are gone, but Erdel is here, right?
No, Eridol went too. It's just you and the guard that was down there with you.
Hmm.
Wait, didn't she send the guards to be stationed there?
Yeah, but we haven't got to that part yet. She sent them to be stationed at the 2 exits. You sent them to be stationed at the tunnel.
Okay. In that case, better go up and stay there. You two, go at the end of the tunnel to the beach.
And they start walking their respective directions.
I have nothing. I'm not a trap ranger, so I have no traps or anything.
You didn't buy a bear trap? What the heck?
No,
We have
I'm not
one
a
of those.
hunter. I'm a military scout with a little god magic at 4th level. He's going to get.
That's fair.
Oh, we
I
could have
mean,
set up our cast iron pot and bear trap before we left.
They try it,
What
so
is-
last session they set up a fucking tripwire using a cast iron pot.
I have one.
There you go. Tie a rope to it, and it becomes
I'm not going to
becomes
tie I'm not going to use my expensive silken rope for a trap.
I think their improvised trap was just as useful as attaching a string to it and using it as a flail.
Yeah.
But they were proud of it.
It did its job. Nothing
Yeah.
came out of that door while we were there.
Oh, damn it. Okay, then he's going to stay here relighting the light spell until he can suss out like he needs to go to sleep.
You're gonna stay down in the tunnel?
Yeah, alone.
Okay. I guess you have a pretty good internal clock. So you can stay down here for like the next 10 hours if you'd like.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. You want to give me like a will save?
At the mini. Oh, bad.
Okay. I think there's this feeling that begins to creep up on you about like halfway through your quote unquote shift. And it's like a feeling of nausea, like you're slowly beginning to get sick.
Ugh. I just shake it off
Okay.
and continue.
Okay. And then towards the end of your like shift, would you mind giving me one more?
Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and I think by the end of the shift you have like a like minor migraine and like your depth perception is a little off. You still feel nauseated.
Is it the condition nauseated or just feel nauseated?
Yeah, I'm not putting the like effect on you.
Okay, then.
I'm just trying to get
At
across
the
the
end
point
of
that you
shift.
don't feel good.
God damn it, that heart attack probably wasn't good. That I ate this morning for breakfast. And I haven't eaten anything since then, so how I make my way out through the glassworks, like go to the guards, nod my head and pass by them and go towards the inn.
Okay. I think when you go up through the glassworks, when you get there, there's a guard stationed in the small room that's connected to the stairs that go down to the lower level where the tunnel is.
Yeah.
So like knock or walk in or whatever, and he's waiting there, kind of prepared
Yeah.
for someone to come through. And then you don't see the other guard until you get into that room. And when you get in that room, you can see him way down on like the other side of the building through a doorway in this like big open room. And he's waiting off on the far corner underneath a skylight where there's like a bunch of broken glass on the ground.
Well, would I know if that's like the most optimal guarding position?
I guess you'd need to like understand the building a little bit, but I would say generally that like it's okay at a glance just because of your understanding.
Yeah. I like report to him and nothing happened. In the tunnels, please keep watch. And like all the time, I'm nursing that migraine in my head, and I head up. Well, where could I get a room here?
The
Because I
Rusty
totally
Dragon
forgot.
is where the rest of the party's staying. That's not a bad place.
Yeah, I could. I go there.
The best inn in town.
I go there because that's where we met. And I don't know if there are any other inns and taverns.
I think like
There
yeah,
are.
you come in for the night and like Bethana like gives you a room and says that like Amiko's okay with you staying here for the night.
I say thank you to Betana. Overall, I'm very nice to her.
Okay.
And I try to get some sleep
Yeah, of course.
to get. Hopefully, that headache is going to pass in the morning.
Was there anything else that the rest of the party was looking to like take care of throughout the day?
I need to do some light chopping.
I don't think I heard you quite right.
I need to do some shopping.
Oh, shopping. See, that's not
Yeah,
what I
gonna
heard, so I'm glad I asked.
go buy the sunrods that I gave them back. Maybe buy a whetstone. I don't know. Simple things, not just like mundane goods.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's something you can totally do. Remember, you're only paying 25% of the cost.
Yeah. I don't. I guess Anamara would stop if there's time. She would go to Tarandarok Academy and ask if there's any information that they have about Nulia that they haven't. If they have any sort of ideas of how she was found or that stuff. See if anyone was there that's still there that was there when she was a child.
So there wouldn't. I'll just give you like what you would be able to get real quick. There wouldn't be anyone because of her age. There wouldn't be anyone that still lives there that like went to school / lived with her. But like some of the people that work there would know her. Is there like any particular information you're trying to get about her?
I think just general information first, and if anything seemed weird about her. Like
I mean, I
the
think she has a very standard story for an Azamar, like, you know, a young beauty that everyone was quite fond of. She brought joy into the room around her, and she didn't actually stay here for very long. Shortly after she came here, she was adopted by Father Tobin and went to live with him.
Okay. And nothing about like the day that she was found and brought in seemed off.
No, she was actually like quite a few orphans. She was actually just left at the doorstep of the orphanage.
Right. And that day there was nothing else, just nothing else happened that day that seemed off or weird.
No, nothing special or abnormal about that day.
Okay. And did Father Tobin think that she was an child of like Desna or one of the other gods, or did he have an idea?
So
What it sounded like?
I'm gonna bring it back to this. She had a very stereotypical like Azamar upbringing, where it's like she is thought to be like some kind of not superhuman, but something more than human, like a perfection of humanity. So she was placed on this pedestal her whole life. So there were a lot of expectations and thoughts about her that weren't necessarily true.
Okay.
So that would be one of them. I don't think her father specifically had that, but people thinking at the very least she was touched by the divine is 100% a thing.
Okay.
And I guess it depends on what you mean by a child of Desna. It doesn't specifically say what Father Tobin's like main god was, but because of Desna's importance in this country, I assume it was Desna. So in that sense, she probably was a child of Desna.
Yeah. Okay. That's all. That's all. Besides that, she's just gonna go pass out and clean up.
Okay. Dalen, last person I have to ask. Are you doing anything particular today, or are you just trying to rest and recover?
Let me think. Hmm. Give me a second. I'm trying to think at the moment. No, nothing particular.
Okay. I do have a quick thing to note that Adrian would have noticed that I didn't think of until just now.
Yes.
The guards that you came up and saw in the glasswork, not the same guards as earlier, so the shift did switch.
Yeah, they did shift.
Yeah. Okay. Then the next morning, you guys wake up rested, recovered, refreshed, whatever you want to call it.
I'm going to ask that lady from the inn if I can leave my backpack here.
Which lady? Bethna or Amiko?
Betna.
Okay. Yeah, you
Probably
have
because
you have your own room, and
and how much do I owe for, let's say, for the next 4 nights?
it's just standard inn prices, so you can pay for like whatever type of room you want to have.
Then I will leave my backpack in the room and look up standard inn prices because I don't know what.
It's like increments of coppers and silvers and gold. Anything as cheap as like a few copper a night, all the way up to like 50 gold a night, like crazy amounts if you want like a luxury suite. but they don't have anything that crazy. It's a good inn. It's not a hotel.
I'm presuming it's at least a silver.
Yeah,
For a
if you
day.
pay like a silver a night, you can get a decent room.
Okay, I'm going to pay 3 silver for 3 nights for now.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect. A thing to note, not all inns do this, but like assuming you haven't said otherwise, Bethana will come in at some point, preferably earlier in the day, to clean out the room.
Yeah, I will say just she can clean, but just don't touch the back.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't normally mess with like customer stuff, but it's just if she doesn't do it every few days. No, gotta keep things tidy for the customers.
Because it's with the backpack I'm 67 and my light encumbrance is 65.
Okay.
66 actually.
Yeah, might not be
So
the best to carry that around then, eh?
Yeah, and because we are going on underground and we're near the town, I'm going to leave it, and I would have my last light spell beneath the town.
Yeah,
So
I'm assuming that like just based on what you've said so far, that if you're in a dark place, unless you've said otherwise, you're regularly recasting light on your bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, it only works within the ranger's terrain underground. So ruins, caves, whatever. Let me check that.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm keeping that in mind. Now, I assume that's what you guys are doing early morning after you eat breakfast. You're gonna head over to the tunnel you haven't been down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Or at least I am.
Animar's just not gonna take everything with her.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Just
she's figuring out her spells and that stuff too.
if I look at your inventory and it's not equipped, I'm assuming it's in your room.
Okay.
I feel like that's fair. I see we have 2 Aerodels somehow.
Interesting, interesting.
They're cloning.
I've become all powerful.
And now we don't have 2.
It was a dimensional being.
Somebody learned the simulacra spell.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, we're going against the big bad this early. Okay then. Nice knowing you.
Okay, so what is everyone carrying when it comes to light sources once you start like getting into the tunnel?
Well, I have my light spell, and that's about it. I don't know. Should I? I asked the people before we go. Should I bring my hooded lantern?
Can you carry it and fire a bow?
No. Does anybody want it? Or something like
Not super useful.
that? Okay then.
I could carry it. I can probably cast a spell while holding an ant lantern. I think.
So I have a slot in my shield where I can put sun rods if you stay close to me. I have light for 6 hours.
Animar's got nothing.
Okay then. So we are basically set. Either spell or normal.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a new map with you guys, and it's gonna look blank. Uh, that's because I'm setting up your guys' light sources as we speak. That's why I asked, because every time we go to a new map, I have to set up lights on different tokens. So I'm gonna be setting up a 30-foot radius on Andrian and a 20-foot on Aerodel.
Oh, is this gonna be similar to how the light works in Roll20?
Probably.
Where it's based on the token rather than the map as a whole?
Well, it's based on both. So if there's light down here, you will see it.
Okay. So I know I was playing a little bit of a campaign of Roll20, and it was like that, where like one character who has a light would go exit the room, and then suddenly my character who wouldn't have any light wouldn't see anything
Yep.
because the lighted token is gone.
I play those campaigns.
That's basically how it's going to be. If you can't see, you can't see.
Oh boy.
Do you have unlimited casts of light as long as you're underground?
Yeah.
You just cast light on everybody.
Yeah, I can cast. Actually, I can cast one light.
Yeah, because
Okay.
light, once you recast it, it gets rid of the previous one.
Yeah. Only one light. Okay, then in that case, I'm going to give you my hooded lantern. It's full. It has 6 hours of oil in it already.
Probably a good call. And it's 20 feet for Sunrod, if I remember correctly.
Sunrod's 30 foot. It's a torch. It's just a better torch.
You can take it from the party sheet. I put it inside, so that's make it. This is like super convenient.
But I
Exchanging
have to set the effect like customly, is the thing.
What do you mean?
Like, because I have to put them on the characters. It's not something you guys can do on your end, at least.
No, I'm just giving it like I gave it to him, and he can take it and put it in his own inventory.
Oh, the lantern, okay.
Yeah. There's a pouch of gold dust, pouch of silver dust here, and One
Did
hooded
they have
Yeah, we left
can
that there to
just
be sold.
light
The-
working now? Like if I have low light vision, does that
I'm
work?
not quite sure if the low light works. You'll have to tell me on your end.
I don't see a map, by the way, if I'm
That's,
supposed to
I
see.
haven't shared it yet because I'm just trying to.
Okey-dokey.
I just need to figure out who has the hood lantern, and then I can
Dalen,
share it.
Oh, yeah,
Diamond.
okay. Yeah, I can take it.
It's
Okay.
in the party sheet, so you can just
There we go.
a bit more realism. I literally gave it to you. If you need oil, I don't have it anymore. It's in the backpack.
Okay. It seems like it's working. I will share it with you guys now. In the bottom left of this map, if you zoom out enough. Let me know if you can see stuff.
I see it.
I can see some stuff.
You
Yeah,
should.
I see part of
I
the
can see it.
tunnel.
The fork.
Okay, yeah, that should be it. When I have to unlock the. Don't move around a bunch until we're all familiar with what's going on. This is you guys making it to the end of this like couple 100-foot tunnel. And I'm assuming to stop and look for stuff along the way, but I'm telling you right now, until you get to where you are, there isn't anything of value. Basically, right behind where
So
your
real
guys'
quick, so it is tomorrow, or still it is?
What do you mean?
We rested.
Yes,
It's the next day.
We had a
Yeah,
full,
sorry, I was
full day.
resetting my stuff.
you guys have rested. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't mean to click that, actually, to be honest. Oh, cool.
And the bottom left from where you guys are, that's like basically as you approached this tunnel that's like bending, you'd see there's like a brick wall that has recently like fallen.
What do we
Happening.
know if that leads?
See.
And within you would be able to see kind of what's in front of you.
Which way should we go?
Good question.
Let's put our hand on a wall and follow it.
I mean, you have light, right?
Yep.
Or are you using
The-
that as your old technique? Is that what you're trying to do?
I haven't played this for a while. What's the pink button? I haven't
No
played
ping.
it. No pink.
Yeah. I say we go to the right.
Okay, lead on.
There's an opening here.
So is this the? How do you say it? This we are already in the demon tunnel.
Yeah, basically
We
you
are.
went down the tunnel and you saw this brick, like where the tunnel had been bricked off, and it looks like it's been opened up. And this is just after it. So when you go into this room, it just looks like a very natural forming cave that kind of looks like it goes around a bend in the corner. And when you get around that, I'm going to ask you roll initiative.
I would like to see on the floor where the most tracks are going. From the
Okay.
goblins and the humanoids.
Yeah. We can do
I'm-
that after you guys resolve this conflict you're about to be in.
I'm trying to move very slowly. I don't know if everybody has light or not. And
I have my own light.
I think
Magnamar does not.
Anamara is maybe the only one that doesn't have light. Let me double check.
yeah, so
Correct.
I'm moving 5 feet at a time so that you can stay in the light. I don't know if you want to move forward or if you're good.
I mean, we're in initiative now, so we're not moving.
Sure, it's back here, or
Yeah.
does it matter?
Yeah. Because right when you get there is when you'd notice what you're about to get in a conflict with.
All right, so roll on initiative, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, not bad, but not good either.
If it wasn't for reactionary
Get like
Do what?
trait.
I have
perception
the
check.
feet.
You have reactionary.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's added already. It's
Where
permanently.
is it? I don't
It's a-
even see it on your sheet.
It's just a +2.
No, I know what it is, but I just don't
It's
see
in
it.
the actions. Traits level
Oh,
0.
yeah. For
I did not put it in the abilities at all, the traits.
yeah, sorry. Everyone else has their traits and the abilities, so that's where I was looking.
Because I have 3 that are relatively active and have to be added. So,
That's fair. You can also just for reactionary under the combat tracker, you can just put that modifier in the miscellaneous.
yeah, it's always on. I put it in.
It doesn't need to be an effect though.
I put mine in the abilities, and it automatically gave me the +2 to initiative.
And
If you drag and drop it.
That's how I got the +4.
okay, let's talk about what's in front of you. As you come around the corner in this cave, you see this hairless humanoid that lurches on these like disgusting back bent legs, kind of like dogs. And there's this hideous mouth that extends quite far away from its head, and that's flanked by tiny arms with only like 3 little fingers sticking off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a zombified elite from Halo.
That is definitely an interpretation of it that I will accept. Okay, we can start off with round 1. Let's see what Aradel does when he sees this creature in front of him.
I'm gonna hit that.
In what way?
I'm going to move forward, draw my sword,
Can't tell
and
if this is a
attack it.
metaphor.
I still have a hand axe on the. Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Well, when I had 2 character sheets open, apparently the character that I dismissed wasn't the character sheet that I had open. So the changes I made didn't go through. It doesn't matter. I can do it in a second. It won't change anything.
How did you
I
end
don't
up
know how
with
to.
2 sheets?
I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't click anything. Here. I didn't click them. See my target yet? I have to control click them. There we go.
It might be some weird thing with the new update that we just don't know about yet. Because it happened in my game yesterday. Someone did it too.
Okay, well, I guess instead of critting, I miss.
Let's keep the descriptive combat going. So we're not just sitting here saying I move, I swing.
Sorry, I have to fix my character sheet. I'm missing a bunch of stuff.
Descriptive combat does make it a little more immersive.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you wait until your turn's over to adjust your sheet?
Oh, did I not end my turn?
Yeah, and I'm asking for like us to continue doing the descriptions we have in the past.
I swing at air. Oh,
Okay, we can go with that, I guess.
For now, while you are distracted with the sheet.
I don't remember the math. I don't like. I have to do a bunch of math.
The other sheet's in there.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Does
see
it still
2 sheets with your
exist?
name on it. I just don't know which one you're looking at.
Why do I
The other one
have?
just popped up.
Yeah, because you just clicked on it. Just rename
Simulacrum,
the one
kill
you're
it.
not using to delete, and I'll delete it.
Okay.
Unless you need both of them until the end of the session.
So this one exists as a. So the token that's on the map and the. I don't know why there are two. I only see one character when I click characters. They only exist once.
So you only have one sheet that you can look at that says Aerodel?
Okay, if I release both of them, I see two now.
Okay, so just click on one, and then if it's the one you want to keep, just change it to keep, and if it's the one you want to delete, just change the name to delete. And I'll delete whichever one needs to be. Because I can't tell which one you clicked on. Unless the name's different.
Sure. Keep this one.
Probably be easiest to change the name of the one you want to destroy. The one or the two next
Okay.
to it.
Do you see the one that has the different name now, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to re-add you to the combat tracker and possibly the party sheet, so give me a second while I reset up your lighting. I need to give you 30 feet, right?
Yeah, I have 30-foot light.
Okay. Yeah, because I assume right now there's a blank map in front of your face.
No, I can see because the party has light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're getting light from Dalen and maybe Andrian. Adrian, sorry. I don't know why I said Andrian. There's no N there.
Oh, they only cost 2 gold.
The sunrods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
In
about them?
town, they only cost 5 silver.
That makes sense.
Okay, now you should have vision.
No. I don't have light.
There's a light effect on you. I don't... Like, you just can't see it all?
I can see what the party can see, but I don't have light. There's nothing in front of me. Like, I can't see the sin spawn.
Oh,
I'm not emanating light.
no, you're definitely emanating a lantern right now. Do you need to maybe close out of the map and rejoin now that I've updated it?
Maybe? Sure. I'll close the map if you want to. I should have hotkeyed it, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a horrible idea. Also under images, it should just be called the Catacombs of Wrath. Brings up an interesting question I have for the party that I'll have you maybe like add onto your character somewhere.
No, I still don't have light.
No?
No.
Okay. Let me just double check what's going on here. This is the Aerodel that we have. I deleted the other one. No, that's a different Aerodel. That's a nameless Aerodel. That's completely blank. Okay, so there's just the one. Guess I'll delete.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I ended up with a second copy.
Yeah, and you just ended up with another one too, like a blank.
I'm not clicking anything.
Yeah, I don't know how it's happening.
I clicked by accident an attack.
So drag view from the character selection to the combat tracker. It's pretty standard. Combat tracker to map. On the map, I go over here to lighting. Add token light. Lantern. Light. Can you see now?
No.
When I click on him, like I see us behind him, but I don't see anything in front of him.
You shouldn't see anything in front of him.
It's all going based on our individual player
Yeah,
character.
but he should be able to see the sin spawn.
No, I do not.
Okay, I have the light set up on your end, so I'm wondering if maybe you just need to rejoin. Because I've done it how I had it earlier, and for some reason it's not working. And if that doesn't work, I might just need to disable the lighting. Well, I'm like not entirely confident I know how to do that. And when I was talking the descriptive combat that we were doing in the past, I mean like more than just I swing at him and miss. Like add some flavor to it, because it can get boring if it's just like I cast magic missile.
No problem.
Yeah, just say like
Although it's way easier to do it when you have spells.
Yeah, the whole not being able to see thing is unfortunate. I'm sorry. It's a new system that I just found out about. I will continue to
happen,
work
man.
on it.
Updates happen.
Yeah.
This is the first major one I've ever had. Hopefully, it's the last major one for a while, because I think this update was like at least like 2 years in the making. So once I get used to this, it'll be a long time before they change anything
But
major, hopefully.
it took them 2 years to make what your Roll20s had all this time.
Okay, let's be fair. Roll20's on a better program, and it has a bigger team.
True. But yet, for some reason, it doesn't have its own like Steam client.
Well, I think that's part of because it's on a different program, right? And also, who wants to give Steam money?
Very true. Fantasy Grounds, apparently.
Right? But I guess we can just continue with the churn for now. If the lighting is not working, I will just churn it off, which I'm fairly certain I know how to do.
Let's wait until we get each of our turns so we can see and compare if there's a problem with everything, or if there's a problem just with his lighting.
Or just reshare it with everyone, see if that like breaks anything or fixes anything. Did that mess anything up for anyone?
No, my light's still normal.
It looks like I can see on that map, but I'm like I can't click anything. I'm not responding.
It doesn't look like you have your character selected.
I can't click anything. I'm not responding.
Like
he doesn't have a character initiative either. I think that might
yeah,
be
because I had to redrag his character over. The initiative won't matter. It like in the character selection, I'm not seeing your name in the top left. That's what I'm talking about.
There
Now
it is.
can you interact with the character?
There he is now.
Yeah, looks like I have vision.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the sin spawn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wish I knew how that messed up, but I'm glad it's fixed.
Yes.
Okay, this aberration in front of you is gonna lunge at you with its disgusting mandible-like teeth.
Oh, Lord.
And,
Sorry.
And tongue that I think is literally longer than its mandibles. Yummy.
Be careful if he pulls out a plasma blaster.
Like Aradel, looking at this lovely. I keep wanting to say lady. I'm sorry, your picture to me just reminds me. It looks like a woman to me, but I know Aradel's a man.
It is very feminine. Sorry.
Like,
This is intentional.
Very pretty. I mean, he has probably high charisma, so.
the sin spawn lunges at you, reaching over your shield, and like wrapping around your chainmail, piercing it with its teeth. You ever watch Nickelodeon back in the 90s?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're not familiar with like slime, getting slimed?
Oh,
No.
loved that show.
Okay, well there's just a bunch of like well in Nickelodeon it's like green goo, but in your case just a bunch of clear glue that's like seeping
Ew.
in on your chainmail right now.
Oh, the image is disgusting.
Gross.
And
Oh,
that's
we
the end
need
of the
Aradel to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah, initiative would be good. Well, yours was just higher than the sin spawn, so I'll just make it a 17 for simplicity's sake.
It was an 18, but it doesn't matter.
Oh God!
Okay, to be fair, why would you bring it up if it doesn't matter?
Because if I'm on the bottom of the initiative or the top of the initiative, it doesn't change the way combat.
Okay, well, Adrian's up.
Blaze out.
Okay, then Adrian, he's going to pull his bow and knock an arrow while moving towards the slobbering creature, and in himself he's thinking, what the hell is that? But the nine hell is that? I think that's about 15 feet. Do I use double when I'm passing through an ally's spheres here?
No, allies don't affect your movement.
Okay, because I'm always a little iffy on movement. And he's going to swiftly knock one arrow, the second arrow, and shoot over Adrian's head into the creature.
Okay. If you guys want to give me like knowledge dungeoneering checks when you see the creature, you can.
I do not
And
have
I'll
knowledge
do
of
that
engineering.
first because I'm thinking, what the hell is that? 15.
Okay. That's good enough for me to give you the name of it. This is a sin spawn. It's an aberration, and it's normally created by killing people that represent whatever sin it is made of. Which makes me want to ask a question of all of you real quick.
Yeah.
Give me the virtue and the sin for which you think your character most embodies.
Pride and compassion.
Okay.
I do not know what the sins are.
The 7 deadly sins, like Bible sins.
Yeah. Do not know what those are.
Pride, wrath, greed, gluttony, lust. I'm missing one, right? Wrath.
Envy.
Wrath and envy. There we go.
So
And then the
while you
virtues.
decide that, I'm going to
Is it
shoot the
12?
creature.
I'm sorry, there was overlap there. I didn't catch what either of you were saying.
I'm going to shoot that creature in the meantime.
Okay.
Over here. I don't. I have the feat, so he's okay. I don't get the -4, but because I'm doing a full round action, this with a rapid shot and point blank shot, I'm going to have a -1.
You can't do a full attack action if you're moving. Like a full attack action is like your whole turn.
Full round action.
Take the 5 damage or something like that, because I did not target it when I first time. Hello?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
Sorry, did it take that 5 damage?
Yeah, it's automated. You can see it right there. But what I'm saying is like you can't full attack if your actions are being taken up by other things.
Can't take the move action. Sorry, I've been playing 5v lately, so I forgot about that. So
So you'd have to stay where you were if you wanted to attempt that.
moved to see it. I knocked an arrow and shot it, and it dealt 5 damage. You can see him shooting behind you, like suddenly a purplish red light appears behind you, and an arrow whizzes right next to your ear and embeds in the shoulder of the creature.
You get -4 firing into, or do you have? Was it
He has
point blank
precise,
mastery?
but not improved precise.
Yeah, I have the normal one.
Neat.
I mean, I am an archer. I have to take that.
Yeah.
And that is the end of my.
Yeah, but you're gonna need to redo it because like you shouldn't have the modifiers.
You won't take the first roll. He wants you to roll again.
Yeah. It needs to be rolled properly.
Because I'm within 30 feet, I would get a +1 for the point blank shot.
There we go.
My turn?
Yeah.
Yes, I already passed it.
Alrighty. I'm going to move right next to where Adrian is, and I'm going to let me see about this ability. Yeah, I'm going to would I get a would I have a penalty for casting a attack spell right behind Aradel touch spell?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Would I have penalty for casting a ranged touch spell right behind where Aradel is?
Yeah, it still has the same range penalties as the regular attack.
Okay, so with point blank, it wouldn't have that penalty then. Okay.
Yes.
You need
Wouldn't
precise shot to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, I have precise shot. Yeah. But
Oh, and
for sake,
real quick, I'm not gonna make you redo it, right now, but you would technically have the -4 because you have to fire through your friend.
He has
I
cover
have-
from me.
I have precise shot.
Precise shot
No, you
removes
take a
the
-8.
Yeah, precise shot removes the in melee modifier, but doesn't remove the soft cover of firing through someone.
Oh, okay.
I'm in your way, so I provide cover to him as well as being engaged with him. It's a -8 total.
Okay, then heal him and then I'll -3.
No,
Because,
don't worry about
I-
it. We'll deal with it in the future. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. I actually never played an archer. I always play clerics or wizards or something like that.
Dude, don't even worry about it. There are people that have played this game for years that don't know those are two things.
It's a really complicated system. If you really want to break your brain, make a grappling character and
Yeah, that I heard.
try and figure that out.
That's like the worst kind of character to play in Pathfinder.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but it's a pain in the ass for literally everyone involved.
Okay.
If
Okay,
you know the
I'll-
rules, it's not so bad.
I'll
If you have to
remember.
refer to a spreadsheet every time you do anything, then it's pretty awful.
I'll remember for the next time and find a feat that negates that. I think there is one. Improve precise shot, probably.
Is Dalen willing to accept the penalties?
I'm actually not. Instead, I'm going to use my astral warp. I'm going to weave my hands. Dalen's going to weave his hands together and then clap, and in the space around the sin spawn, weird starts to sparkle like a shower of stars just suddenly forms into the space, crushing in on him with force. Gotta make a fort save. I believe he just negates the damage, or does he negate the whole thing?
Didn't you automate? You have it automated.
I do, don't I?
And if you set it up properly, it should be.
Nope, it didn't. Shit. I went to try to click effect
no,
to see if I could. Oh, here it is. He's gonna make this save.
Yeah.
Alright, but he succeeds.
And yours is it's a save or suck. It's not a half.
Yeah, but it says while within the area that he takes -1 penalty to reflex saves and AC. So I don't think that's regarded to save. I think it's just the damage that he had to save.
So the way it works is when you cast it, they do the save, right?
Right.
The save negates the damage, but if they start their turn in the area, they have to redo it for the damage. While they're in the area, though, you're correct. They still do get that whether or not the save is applied. So now you would click on that effect.
Yeah. Did you take it off of him already?
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
I did.
so I'm going to reapply the effect on him. There we go. And it was a standard action, so that'd be my turn. Let me go ahead and tick off that. There we go. And now, there.
5. Oh, what is that? 10, 15, 20. How? What is happening?
He is moving for some reason.
Is that
It's
where you
somehow
wanted the
moving
cube, or
a
did you
lot.
want the cube there?
It's a 5-foot cube, so within his space.
Yeah, which one of
I
these?
think-
Because
am
it's
I-
centered on an
Is
axis.
it centered on the grid? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, right there will do. Right there
Okay.
works.
Am I moving Dalen right now?
Yes, you are.
It sure
Yes,
looks
you
like it.
are.
I don't know how that's happening because I was moving Anamara for 1, and then it moved Dalen. So
And you moved me before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason.
Calvin's gone mad with power.
nope. So I somehow have held on to Dalen now. I don't know how I'm able to select him.
Have you clicked on Anamara?
Yeah. Okay, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25. And she's gonna do knowledge dungeoneering, you said, for this?
Yeah, if you want to identify the
Let's see it.
creature.
Yeah. Let's see what we get. All right.
Okay, and you would have less information than Adrian.
Yeah.
You would just know that this is an aberration and the name is Sinspawn.
That's fine. Anamara is gonna try and shoot it with a crossbow. So, that's a -4. Would it be a -8 for shooting through Adrian and Aradel?
No, they don't
No.
stack. It only applies once.
Okay, so just a -4 then. Okay.
Yes.
Actions.
And I assume you're going to exclude... Are you doing bomb or are you doing crossbow?
Crossbow.
Okay, never mind then.
Why did that roll 2?
Looks like you had yourself targeted.
Oh, that makes sense. I missed myself, but I hit the sin spawn, so that helps.
You like
Target.
ricocheted it off of like your leather.
Yeah. And damage.
Oh, come on. You know you're supposed to reroll.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what the heck. I was looking at the numbers, but okay. Let me make sure I got. All right, nothing's there. Now it's there. Light crossbow.
You're just targeting the sin spawn right now.
Yeah.
With
Right. With the light crossbow.
Oh, I don't think you had a duration set on your...
Oh, point blank. I never put that on for it.
This freaking guy. How many times
I
do
forgot.
It's good. We're all just going to keep off forgetting point blank.
I forgot, so it's not. I'm not gonna take it anyways, but I still hit. So that's 4 damage. So Anamara's gonna look. She's like, "Oh, that's new." And then she's gonna reach behind her and, well, she probably had this crossbow out and look at him and be like, all right, Aradel, I'm not gonna throw a bomb, so we're gonna see what happens with this." And she's gonna take her shot and pop it in the gut or something like that. And it's like, "Oh, that's new," and that's her turn.
Okay. Aradel reels back from the gross slime and thrusts his sword forward with purpose. Bop, 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 bop. I have to target him.
That's always a good idea. Should be a little bit easier to hit, thanks to our good friend Dalen. In fact, you wouldn't have hit just now if he hadn't had that penalty.
Neat.
Okay, so I guess it just like being distracted by the astral distortion around it, like tries to put its hands up to block an attack that it's not entirely paying attention to. And you just cut right through it.
Oh God. Oh, get it off me. Somebody help. What is this?
I cast Create Water and splash it on him.
What do you wear underneath your chainmail?
Traveler's clothing.
Well, it's definitely
Like
wet
a-
now.
Like a loose, a light shirt.
Yeah.
Suddenly you see Adrian concentrate and a blue glow, purplish glow passes over his eyes, and with a purple flash, like a sphere of water appears over your head and splashes on you.
Oh. smells
But,
worse than goblin innards.
well, it should be. It's
I don't even think
at
it
least
would.
the goblins are natural. This thing wasn't.
I think it would actually, like, the scent of it would actually like frustrate you, Aradel.
Frustrated. So anyways, does this thing have anything on it? Is it just like a husk?
It is a creature with some clothes on, and that's it. Has the rags that you saw in the picture.
I'm going to walk up next to Aradel and try to see if I can get a better idea of what exactly it was and what it pertains to. Like, just investigate the body to get know a little more about it.
Okay, you give me knowledge engineering.
I would like to go
No,
and say what I know. I think it's a sin spawn.
I
They
don't
are
have done.
created. They are created. I'm trying to give you an aid with that. So
How do
you
I?
know where you have specifically what you are looking for. Explain that the sim spawn. It's some kind of aberration created from people that sin. I think everything has a specific spawn or something like that, and that would be like my aid action to it.
Well, you guys aren't in combat right now. If you were, I wouldn't let you tell him that much.
Yeah.
In
What?
all honesty, I don't have knowledge engineering at all.
Why are
That's
you
what we do with
rolling
something else.
engineering?
I rolled that.
Yeah,
Trying
why?
to aid him.
I think it's.
Doesn't matter then.
I think I was kind of hoping to use maybe knowledge planes to determine whether the creature originated from here or from another plane of existence.
I mean, you can. You were just told all that.
It's true, but I guess I wouldn't since he already knows more. And I probably could master.
And normally the logic behind like there being a specific knowledge roll is like you being able to tell like, okay, I know where that's from. Like you could know like knowledge planes if you were like really sure that this was like an extraplanar beast, but it's just assumed that your character like doesn't know what this is
Yeah.
without wild assumptions if they don't have the appropriate check.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Well,
So before the combat, I wanted to check out like the tracks. Do they lead towards this tunnel, or the goblins and the humanoid were going in this?
Yeah, there were tracks down the hallway that like the tunnel that you guys came down that led all the way to the bricks. They were the tracks I told you about during the
Yeah,
previous day.
I did not know this was a kidney bean alcohol. So
But the tracks do stop at the bricked off area.
okay then. So they do step.
Does it
Hey,
look like
just-
it was bricked off recently?
Give me a profession engineering. Not profession, knowledge. What are we doing with our boxes?
This is where the tracks stop, or
Well,
somewhere
a little
around
bit
the
farther
track.
back than that, but yes,
Okay.
at the brick that Anamara would be, I guess, retroactively checking out.
So
Yep.
where was the bricking area? Like
Just before where you guys started.
about here?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
before that. It looks like it has some age behind it, but you can't tell more than that. Like it's
Could
been there
you
for some
reshare
time.
the map? I accidentally closed it.
You can go to images in the sidebar that says images, and then find the Catacombs of Wrath.
And it looks like Anamara has a light source
Do you? Oh, you totally do, don't you?
based off the way.
She should have a light source. I gave her my lantern.
I thought Dalen
Nope.
took that.
No,
Gave me your lantern.
Dalen has it.
Oh, okay.
Anamara's got glasses and darkness.
I'm sorry, was that meant for Amanara?
No,
It's
she's-
meant for whoever wants to take it.
She can't hold it. She needs all of her hands for
Okay.
everything.
All right. I hate to say it, guys, but I'm gonna have to bail a little early because I got things I got a place I need to be today. Gonna be hanging out with some folks,
Okay.
some family.
I hope you have fun, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I had fun today.
I've been having fun too. I hope to see you next week.
Oh, you definitely will. Hope to see everybody else next week.
So should we call it a session?
I'm
Or-
willing to keep going if you guys are. Like you still have 20 minutes.
Yeah. Does this little cavern spot end, like where it ends? Does it look? It looks like natural stone, not
Yeah,
like,
once you get past the brick, it seems like a natural cave.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Adrian is going to try to stealth his way forward and see what he can hear. Or
Can you see in the dark?
like, and yeah. I can stealth with the light spell on my bow.
Yeah, you can
Underneath.
sneak around with your light if you want.
Yeah, with the minus 500 to stealth.
Yeah, a little.
The only person
Counter-
with dark vision is Ion.
I
Counterproductive.
have low light vision, but that doesn't help me if there's no external light.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't have a game tomorrow. I will be messing around with the light system. So by our next session, I will have decided whether or not it's worth using. And obviously, like your guys' endpoint is infinitely helpful with that. If you guys really like it or really don't like it, then that will influence my decision.
Okay. I like it so far. It helps.
Yeah, with the immersion. I liked it on Roll20, but if it's at least similar, it should be okay to me. I got used to the time playing most of my games there, but I couldn't find one with the timing that suits me, so I checked here.
This is actually the reason I switched over to Fantasy Grounds Unity. That was the main draw for me.
There's no lighting.
Was them adding dynamic lighting. Because they were making it sound like it was going to be done like over a year ago. But
Okay.
now
Yeah,
I
I
know
heard
more
that.
about Fantasy Grounds and know it takes them forever to implement things.
Well, but the good thing is I had horrible problems with lag on Roll20 because even though you can get into the game whenever you want, it's just horrible for lag rolling. It freezes all the time.
Yeah,
Unless
their
for me-
servers are notorious for that.
Yeah. Unless this server, I don't know.
Hey, what was
It's
Adrian
better-
trying to check out in here?
I was trying to check out if the goblin tracks led further deeper.
No, they stop at the brick wall. I'm going to let you and anyone else who wants to have checked out stuff there retroactively have done it.
Okay, then I'm so
That was my
the
fault. I
newer
gave the
action.
players a shiny new map with new features before they properly in there.
So the goblins didn't go any further than we've gone
Yeah,
already.
yeah, you've passed their
Actually,
tracks.
we passed the tracks. They're interesting. So that Quasit or whatever those names are in the book may not be actual allies.
Well, they were trying to recruit the Quasit.
Yeah, but
So
they haven't gotten too far with it.
does that mean that the goblins came in through the beach to get to the glassworks? Or they never
Probably.
came this way?
Well, remember they had beds just outside the wall, like the tunnel that pseudo, like there was an opening, like towards the end of the map, basically, where there were a bunch of goblin beds. So they had been there for some time.
Goblin beds?
Yeah, like little
I don't know if
beds
I
that the
remember.
goblins had been in. Like basically little travel sacks.
I don't think we ever. I don't remember that. I don't
I
know if
don't-
that got brought up in our session or
I don't remember that
your
either.
Runelords one.
I brought it up as you guys were doing the chase scene, and you guys were like a lot more focused on that. It was kind of just like a you run by this type thing.
So it was at the V. So it was at the fork
Like
that
just
the
so
beds
you
were.
know, the wall that went from like the lower level of the glassworks into the tunnel was that opening right there, that little like alcove that I brought up. That's where those beds were.
Okay. Okay, I missed that last time then.
Well, you guys were just starting the chase scene, so it seemed like everyone was really focused on that. I'm not surprised. There's a handful
Yeah.
of things like that that I've had to bring up in the past.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that hadn't. I thought everyone just acknowledged it and moved on.
Okay. All right. So,
So yeah,
all
the
right. Guess
safe
we're
assumption
not
here
finding
is that
goblins down
they
here.
tunneled their way. Or at least someone did.
So I asked the people, should we continue forward?
Yeah, I guess there's a closet down here, but no goblins, so we'll have to kind of start heading that way.
Just for like Calvin's sanity, I'm gonna keep Dalen next to him.
Perfect.
If you guys run into any
Somehow I've
combat,
started
I'll
moving
have
Dalen
him
again.
help out. Yeah, I guess you can just move him if you want, and then I can keep track of what you guys
No,
are doing.
I don't know how I keep moving Dalen instead of Animara.
You can actually, I think, what is it? Shift select? Yeah, you can shift select people. So if you click on both,
Right, but when I do that, oh,
What's over here?
that's a tunnel that I think you can actually see down. There's like a room
Tunnel.
at the end of it.
Room.
And this is definitely artificial. This isn't just an antechamber.
This isn't just an antechamber.
That's
Is
the
that a
right
door?
word, right? You should do little bit tone intros like that, Phil. I think you could make money off it.
Am I looking at a door or there's something on the wall there?
There's
Visually, at
definitely a
least.
door up there. So when you enter the room,
do we hear anything?
I actually don't think so. I don't think you hear anything. The purpose
this
for this
was a-
chamber, it doesn't seem like there is much of one. There isn't much on the ground besides this like large mound of rubble that you guys can see. And
Adrian going to take like 2 or 3 stones from the rubble and put in his pouch.
okay. And it looks like the entrance you guys have came in through, it looks like this has been like either collapsed or torn away recently. So this is not a thing that's been here for very long.
You said it was this is manufactured. It's not natural like the other tunnel was, right?
No, yeah, this is very much like someone built a room here.
Can I see any signs of artwork, glyphs, or anything?
No.
It's just a bare stone room.
Yes.
Ooh.
And this to the north, is that the door or whatever?
Yes, that's the door.
Should we check out the other tunnel first? Then
Yeah, you guys are the ones who can see down here, so I'm gonna follow behind you guys. You guys lead the way.
Is this door locked?
No, when you like go to open it, it's not locked.
Or it's not locked? Can we potentially find 3 more doors and open them all at the same time?
Ooh, that's a good question. Did you guys didn't buy the Thunderstones though, did you?
Oh no, we didn't start crafting our alchemy thunderstones yet.
We don't have thunderstones.
So last
Let's break
session the
clear
party
here.
was opening multiple doors at a time, and we were joking about basically being a SWAT team, like opening multiple doors and then throwing Thunderstones in.
Flashbang.
When we get some downtime, Animar will just start cranking out those thunderstones.
So anyways, you want to leave this behind us?
We
maybe
have no idea what's happening down here, so should we? Or should we head on in? You guys are the ones who can see down here, so
We have light. You can see too.
I can, but yeah,
it's not the same.
You guys have all the power.
yeah.
Okay,
I
then
can make bombs. That's about it.
I agree. We shouldn't leave anything unchecked. Maybe there's another creature.
Yeah, it could just be something like a dead end or something with something there. I'm gonna just take a quick look see at the door, make sure it's not gonna blow up.
The door does not look combustible.
Oh,
Made of stone.
it's a stone door. Okay, perfect. Okay,
No runes
It's
or
not a
anything, right?
sulfite door.
I'll swing the door open like a
Okay.
big dick in a locker room.
Did that even open it?
I can't. I don't
Didn't
even
open
see
it.
a door.
Saying open and close are happening. Why are you
Oh,
lying
I
to
can
me?
there, but there's nothing on the other side of it.
Yeah, you can't see past it. Ooh, interesting. Broken. I love broken.
I mean, I should be able to see past it once it's open, right?
Right? So I have it open. Well,
Okay.
okay, try again. Just toggled it.
Okay.
And you okay.
No.
Weird. So I'll just tell you what it is, and if you want to go down there, I'll just flip you over to the other side. There's like a hallway that goes down like 15 feet and then turns to the left.
Goes down 15 feet?
Well, not like vertically. It just there's a 15-foot long hallway.
Because that's a pit, not a hallway.
Well, I mean, you can
Should
have a
we
hallway that
check
goes downstairs.
the northern part first, or they seem to go in the north, both of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess go down the hallway. But I want to make sure that the hallway's not going to explode.
Okay.
Are you a paladin or a rogue?
I'm a paladin.
Oh, damn it.
That's why I'm not
Oh,
looking for
hold
pressure
on.
plates. I'm looking for explosions.
Is there a weird little floaty triangle in front of you guys?
No, I still can't even see down the hall.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure I know why.
I don't see a triangle.
Okay.
And I zoom out a lot of ways and there's no triangle.
Yeah, no, this isn't the new lighting system. This is actually the first time I've seen a fault in a Pathfinder map. So there's a couple different things you can code for maps. There's like elevation ones, which would be like tents or bushes, stuff like that. Then there's solid walls, and then there's doors. For some reason on this door, they not only coded the door, but they coated walls in the exact same place. So unless I want to delete the walls of big chunks of this map, you can't see down this door because someone effed up.
Cool.
Ooh.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So should we go down the hallway and have us a cliffhanger maybe?
Yeah, I can take you guys down the hallway. I just need to, like,
Sure.
you're gonna
Okay.
teleport, it might look like.
Down
If
the
I-
hall. Teleportation. Let's go. Ah! I teleported.
Yeah, like I said.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
And the farther you move forward, the more people I'll put in. Any specific order? Adrian, Anamara, one of you want to go first?
A-
Go second.
and you can go with Anamara.
Adrian is
Then-
like the third.
Whee!
Uh,
And we move far enough
Right,
down,
and
there's
then
more
Dalen.
hallway. Like, you guys can see fine now, right?
Yeah.
It's a janky hallway, but it's a hallway nonetheless.
Okay. I assume we're in single file. I'm just gonna go to the end of the hall.
Oh, you definitely have to do single file down here.
I just mean like if I like move 5 feet and wait for everybody to move behind me and then move 5 feet and wait.
Yeah,
Good with that.
that's fine.
I have to move my map because the hallway is going far. Okay, yeah, I just pop. Whoa, look, another hallway.
More hallways. Looks like there's some kind of opening to your north.
Like it connects.
There's a door
Does-
directly north of you.
The hallway that we're in, does it seem like it was made around the same time as like the bricking happened or earlier?
No, I'd say like it's like completely different work, like quality and material.
Okay.
It looked like it was designed to explode.
What is with this explosion thing?
I don't want to get blown up.
No, I get that. I think that's a reasonable fear, but this is sounding more like a phobia.
Did Amara throw the bomb directly at him or something last time?
Yes, she did.
She did, but like
so it's a phobia.
there hasn't been a
100%
door.
she blew me up.
There hasn't
Yeah.
been a door or a hallway that blew up on him.
Well, I now have a legitimate concern of explosions, and I'm gonna go down this hallway.
Okay. Yeah. At a quick glance, none of this looks like it's gonna blow up.
Sick.
I get will saves from everyone.
I didn't think the response, no, the hallway isn't gonna blow up, would be unreasonable.
I didn't think it was gonna be necessary.
Yeah.
I can't roll for Dalen.
No,
so
I know. Don't you
I can move
worry.
him. That's about it.
Just in case the response, in fact, the hallway looks like it's made entirely out of dynamite, might concern me.
Come on.
The
Wow, he got a
effect is not
5.
a charm or a compulsion, I presume. The will save effect is not a charm or a compulsion.
It is not. So
Okay,
please
I
re-roll
don't get my point. Why?
because
I
you
did not
added
put
the
it in.
effect.
No, I did not.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong character. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
What's your +3 from Aerodel?
I am a paladin.
Oh, stupid paladins. They're buffs. No, I don't have a problem with paladins. I have a problem with paladins. I don't have a problem with your paladin. I have a problem with neutral good idiots.
See, this is why I'm afraid that any given hallway might explode, because I'm a paladin and you don't like paladins.
No, I don't like neutral good idiot paladins is what I should be saying. Okay, so like perception checks would also be important for this. So I'm gonna ask that from
Perception
everyone as
checks.
well.
I'm good at that, sort of, arguably.
Seems
Better than
pretty good to me. Wow.
So
This-
the quest continues. I usually suck in these out of combat rolls.
Okay. All of you get this like bone chilling feeling, like down to your core. And Aridel, you hear what sounds like muted and distorted, maybe even arboreal would be a good term for it. Like the arboreal version of like a dog howling somewhere below you.
Did anybody hear that?
What? I was looking down that other corridor.
No, I haven't heard anything.
I heard a dog.
Oh,
I like dogs. We should save it. I'm gonna keep moving down this hall.
Looks like it opens up quite a bit. You even see some stairs in front of you to what looks like a shrine. I'll give you the proper description like once you guys like get a little bit closer and can see more of it.
oh.
I need a Hall of the Mountain King playing in the background as we slowly
Yes,
crawl
that
through
would be
this.
awesome. Okay.
Da, da, da.
So the tunnel widened up here into what appears to have once been a small shrine. For to the northeast, you see some steps that lead up to a platform of this like gray stone, and sitting on top of it is this very ancient-looking altar. It's a very simple one, though. I will say that it's just this like jagged block of black marble with a like shallow concave on the top of it. And you see there's like a basin there that's filled with water.
Do we see any script or runes or anything?
No, I don't think you do. Like I said, it's
Okay.
very basic.
This is like an altar, though.
Yeah, definitely. Like this was a place for worship of whatever this little black marble is supposed to represent.
I detect evil.
I think you can.
I hit it with a sword. No, I'm just kidding.
Would Dalen detect magic at this point? I know we're kind of playing for him, but
I don't think he would unless he has a reason to. That's kind of how it's been in the future. Like there isn't, since he's not very knowledgeable when it comes to religion, he hasn't jumped at that in the past.
okay.
So unless Aradel was like, this is, the source of some kind of evil concoction, then I don't think Dalen would.
Okay.
I will actually relay to my party that this is some kind of evil shrine.
Okay. Also, knowledge religion checks would work here if you want to learn some information about it.
I spent my whole
Yeah.
life in a church and don't have any ranks in that.
Why didn't you do that on level 2?
Because I wanted to put points into stuff that I'm gonna use.
I'm pretty sure knowledge religion has been the most used skill.
I only have a +1 int.
Knowledge local is pretty.
Arcana. The engineering also is pretty good for monsters nowadays.
Yeah, so I guess this is the point where Anamara explains, or maybe she doesn't, why she knows that this is a shrine to Lamashtu. Does anyone here out of character know who that god is?
Yes, I know.
Sure do.
Yep.
Okay.
She was mentioned in the journal. So Anamara probably would have, since it was in the journal, she probably in that day off that we had yesterday, she probably went up to the church and asked like, so does anyone have a just general Pantheon book that I could borrow so I could figure out who this one is? And she points at the Lamashu and to probably one of the acolytes and got a general understanding of who she was.
I don't think they actually do. Like had been brought up earlier, it's pretty much all just scripture about the specific gods that are worshipped here. There is like a general use shrine, but they don't have knowledge specifically devoted to just like the gods of Golorian, because
Yeah.
it is a smaller place, right?
Okay, so she would have asked probably Father Xantus or something like that just to because he seemed knowledgeable. Or there was a bookstore, right, that we went to at one point.
It wasn't a bookstore. You've gone to Mr. Quink, who has his own personal library, and you've gone to like a place that maintains like relics and exotic goods and random trinkets.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Anamara probably would have gone around town like in the full day that we had. While not doing much, she would have been like, "Oh, let me figure out who this Lamashu person is," and probably would have talked to someone who probably could have told her something.
Okay, if you want to just give me like a general like diplomacy or knowledge local check, I'll let you see what you can pick up.
That knowledge local. Now that I got that point in it, we're gonna rock and roll.
Okay. Yeah, you could pick up the knowledge that like Lamashtu is like the mother of monsters and like a patron of like messed up abominations. And like she just loves creating not creating, corrupting, and I guess creating as well, like beast. Anything she can think of. And there are she's not like allowed to be publicly worshipped, so like most worshippers that she has in Golorian are of the more secretive and culty variety.
Okay. Yeah. So Anamara would pass on like that. That one's for Lamashu, which is in the journal actually. They're saying that was what Nulia was saying was her mother now. So
Who is Lamerstu? What is Lamerstu?
she's one of the gods of monsters and corruption and other fun things like that.
I think you know that.
I mean, it's not like explicitly a thing that like just everyone knows about, but
Yeah,
like
I should. Yeah, I know every god in Golarion by name. I mean, I'm a religion scholar.
Knowing of a god is like a DC 10 check, so it's common knowledge. So
Oh,
yeah, like it's not like a real check. You can make the check untrained even.
oh, I did not know
it's
that.
assumed knowledge.
Never
That's
came
what
up
it is.
until now.
Yeah, so when he says Lamashtu, most of us recognize the name, like we know
Yeah.
she's a god. But you might not know more of the intricacies. Like he knows a lot about her
Yeah.
in comparison.
Okay.
So
I mean, she's a god. You know her.
Yeah. That's probably not good. That whole altar up there. So I don't know what the water's for, but
I kind of want to hit it with a sword now, to be honest. At first I was joking, but like now I'm like really into it.
okay, if you do that, I'm gonna step back a little bit though.
I wonder if we can get.
Any tech the worships profane gods should be destroyed.
Yeah, I think we should get maybe Ion or like Xantus at some point in time to like.
Yeah. Should
come
we
try
wait for
and destroy this.
Should we go get Ion? And he might be able to do something with it.
I mean, we can. I don't know. It's after 4, anyways. Like we can wait next week for everybody to be here.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Better.
If the 4 of us skedaddle out of the caverns to go get Ion and come back to here.
Yeah, I would like to just go to the north and scout a little bit more, and we can skedaddle, as you say.
I think if you guys are just basically gonna wait until you can get another party member, or you're gonna go try and do something else, that we'll just call it here for the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
It was a pretty good session. I'm happy with it. I hope everyone else is, even though I know it was a little bit of a slow burn today.
Yeah. Well, I'm new, so this is my first session with you, so we'll see. I will definitely see you next week.
I'm looking forward to it. It was nice adding you to the group, man. I think you fit pretty comfortably. Now that we got all the audio issues out of the way, it's a lot easier to tell.
Well, I'm probably going to buy a new headset tomorrow, and we'll see.
Well,
what happens next week.
I felt like after the break it was better. Did you mess with your settings?
Yeah, I actually put in push to talk.
Okay, so I think Phil was right about that then.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe it will be better when I buy the USB one, because I'm getting tired of spending money on front panel jacks that just pull out from the little platelet.
Yeah, that's a pain right there.
I tried soldering them, but it's always falls out.
If you have to do it yourself, it's a problem.
The 1/8 jacks or whatever are just like they're awful.
Yeah, and I bought for this computer, for this configuration, I bought like 2 from China.
I'm gonna head off, everybody. Thank you for tuning
AliExpress.
in. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're enjoying the campaign.